we went, and then, as usual, the OSP chose to present employees. When we had made it clear at the second meeting that, look, considering that almost all of my allegations are against Kusi Ejabin, who is a special prosecutor, and these are his subordinates, the subordinates can't do much about their bosses. Martin, they said that. Can you investigate, if let's say, Mr. Nyama, your this CEO? You can't investigate Mr. Nyama, much less the MD. So that's the same thing. And even before I was invited, Ghanaians had said it on various social media and private messages to me that how can OSP investigate itself? But you know me, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I thought that as long as they can do something to accommodate that, to show independence, I'm willing to give the information. In any event, I'm almost done. I'm presenting a petition to the president for onward submission to the CJ. I have a lot of charges. As I'm talking to now, I have over 15 charges against Kusi Ejabin. I'm not running away from this fight. So the least they shouldn't have even tried it. You don't try such a thing. You see, you don't try such a thing. It just tells you the very incompetency. My arrest and detention underscores the incompetence with which Kusi Ejabin sat down and allowed Ofuriatta to run. Kusi is not up to scratch. Kusi has never been up to scratch. Because you see, how would you arrest people when I already said it? Today is 3rd December. I mentioned on 2nd of November, you can check on the key points, that I'll be presenting a petition for its removal. So such a person like me, and you know me, once I say I'm going to do this, I'll do it. So just stay clear of. Look, I don't mind the arrest, even assuming the exchanges with the soldier were illegal and so amount to something that they want to arrest. Remember, in law, there's a difference between arrest and detention. The arrest is you tag the person, you are under arrest, I'm investigating you for so and so offense. Oh, yeah. So when you are done, admit the person to bail, right? Then let the investigations continue. Can you imagine? Ablomensa said, yes, they were admitting me to bail, but I should bring a property in my name. For what? So a soldier insults me, Martin, you are stupid. And I also tell him you are stupid. That's the effect of the words. So that's the reason why you were detained. Yes, that I should bring property in my name. And where's the indenture? Fortunately for me, my office is just about 10 minutes from the OS. I have indenture in the office. So when we argued, my lawyers argued for about 15, not that continuously 15. My lawyers made a plea that, look, I should be given self-recognizance bail, right? And then said, Ablomensa said, okay, he would go consult. So he stepped out. So we thought it was going to be a favorable response. So when then subsequently he came in about 15 minutes and said, no, they would not do so. They will not vary the conditions to give self-recognizance. So then I told Mr. Marcelinus Bia, one of my lawyers who accompanied me, okay, Marcel, go to the office. I have indenture in my name. Just bring it.
Onua FM 95.1.
This is less than 10 meters drive to the OSP. So Marcel came, long story short. So Mr. Ablomensa asked that I be handcuffed and taken into custody. That it was too late. And that even when we brought the indenture, they would have to do verification. So practically talking about justification, for exchanging words with a soldier who didn't know the right thing. He's not supposed to be performing police duties. A soldier performing police duties in the OSP. See the very thing we'll be talking about. Article 210 of our constitution is clear that, look, you soldiers for war and then maybe some development activities. But here you have the policemen.
Speaker.
Yes.
Martin Pebu Martin Pebu
and you see, nobody should joke with it. On him, yes. Now, issues about bail in this country. When him say first, no danka police for Chiwa, Ebi Hokrom said that Abu Apache Friday. Nobody was same weekend na. Edi akwa Kusi Juada.
Yes. Yeah.
Cases are a border on bail conditions. People na yo.
Yeah, sure.
You people 1, people 2, people 3, people 4. Okay? You cannot put somebody in custody beyond the 48 hours. Say Ufri say was something of substance within 48 hours as a cell processing the panel for court. Or Jaino no on your day uncle. You grant the person bail. He is the same person who has said, say, the law requires that until proving guilty, the proof of innocence who are innocent until proven guilty. For that reason, no, every offense in this country is bailable.
Bailable, yeah.
Ukuni pakra is bailable. Who we are there is bailable. Because processes ni gusu day court until say court of competent jurisdiction ebeka say okay, based on the evidence available, any charges are raised against you. Okay, any the way I try na kono udi fono offense beyond who says he keep who wa bra ye nimse bail no as I say yeah. And he's gone as far as the Supreme Court. My Supreme Court not just pleading singing atum dada. It is established. And to what says a person, no, he knows what he's up to. On him, dear, imagine narration our day mouse say, or some one of the lawyers in his own corner office and cover in Denchambra,
yeah.
As I say, document, Uncle find day, so he had preempted so because
on him say, Bahamas say before you be Beluno, you land. Document
landed property.
Yes. You say it into one who.
But I don't know OSP no asserting itself people didn't do across that.
Oh say
sorry.
Wama pebu exposing it too much. Wama pebu exposing it too much.
Because I feel say Henry dey na your necessary.
Yeah, I
say what the spotlight na ba beto wan kasa.
Yeah.
And open wa ho nkomo na obi a bedi Ghana.
But Kwame Unum said gradually OSP is becoming more of an albatross.
On our next,
yes, gradually.
Office ni yo. What's the object of the law? The act they establishing OSP office now. Office na juma say one year. You good for this country. But it looks as if you say and Crawford never be occupy office no. Say kakai bi na ti ho.
Ya try one and ya try second.
Omo ba adwuma na so muntimi.
Ya try one and ye second and koya omo nyini phone po bi mra simple obi betumi ai.
Enti no akwa kosi say no enye se Kisi agya bi nko a o. They say akwa kosi say Ghana for kase OSP no office na nkasa na so nimfa so. Because the people that occupies the office no adwuma Ghana for expect so mbeyen. Omo ntimi nye. Ghana for expectations.
Oh yes,
for that office.
Yeah,
and almost expecting certain actions from the people who occupy those offices within the setup of such an institution.
Yeah, sure,
right?
Sure.
And one more share anymore. The most principled people in society. The Odika, I mean Martin Amidu. Ebaye yenise ya. Ankosiaga. And the Ekofa darling boy, the darling boy day. Ebaye. Darling boy so buy and why you say and also yeah. So they say a Mark Ghana for one feel say institution like OSP office now you create ye na nkasa as en faso bi anye den end so it was just an add on and a job for the boys adwuma na as omo yo ye tua wo mo ka but result pa say omo deliver them more mine no result no zero.
O did say ebia the political war ni eni ho. And into no muntumi nye so
political war ne say
bia nipa na ono na appointing no
that office you are a special prosecutor.
Yes,
okay, you don't need the approval of the president. The chief justice
appointed by the president.
You don't need the approval of the president, not even the attorney general to say may I establish a case based on the fact of the case, may court. It's a human now to me. Marine Kwahomane Sombra, na mene the person in question are ye didn't home come way any income. Where Martin Pebo Ewa Homaso. Council, I don't pay what to make a good morning, Patron Pump to saying.
Yamina do Boko.
Yama few months or Trinqua.
With you that.
Now, what really transpired? Now, baby, I want the OSP in Komo Yakosi. Any issues are well raised so far, no? In Komodian investigation, I work about 3 times upon invitation. And 7 no Akwakosi say and dra Ekoba say ye detainee way.
Okay, Minya. So I said no, I wanted to you see and say on the 2nd November, around 5th or 6th November, and then 8th November, There are allegations 8 years Kisi have been said on Ena Oma Ufuriata Ghana free Ghana because or say Ufuriata be too kind on Ufa can class and Ufuriata Trokoma outgoing chief of staff and then the incoming one. No? Then number 2, or say on or NIB, that's former DNI for us.
Yes.
One manage Ufuriata and maybe or national security Momuano or immigration Momuano. So all these 3 places. No, the Ogunya Obey, now he was powerless. Now a Kufuado, Ufuriata Nia, into Ufuriata. And see, they be Obwa. I found that Ghana for in change and can also blow whistle. Issue statement on OSC website and our first press conference to say, oh, yeah, Uncle Nomana. Anka, yeah, your best selection to your more prevent you. It is asking America can, that's one. And that 2 notional. Because I say, oh, you're corrupt. I don't know. I've taken my evidence. You know, I'm a Burma president. Now, or the Chief Justice for investigations and possible removal. So these are the 2 main issues. And I train so because I say another officer or office of the friend of Albert Akubu or a conflict of interest action or SML case. And so SML, the narco dying. Shrad, only to see Jabin, there's a complaint against them as Shrad for conflict of interest and corruption in the process. It is something that I no crime. This year, SML they are called Shrad. Until a summer mechanic, no, and I'm say, until later on, no, now, to say that they are much trouble and say, and remember more information on this allegation. Now, I'm a financial. That means 3 times we did be on the car. Not over the Abenum Ama. Subordinates, don't think you see the boss. Thursday, can you imagine? She knew Albert or no, and the whole assembly, his conflicted. So Thursday, on an oil committee, teaching or the information on before.
Okay.
I say, Albert, we want to be that. Also, you're a lawyer. How can you be a judge and jury in your own court? You also be on your neutral or budget. Now, second point, Kurana, as you said, and can we neutral? Number 2, no. What should you see as Albert, we are director of asset recovery.
Okay.
What is management? Albert Akubu. Okay. Shake you see as into yeah, no, you told me all to me, not it need the independence, because Ukraine, also national. Oh, you're not uncle, yeah. You're not, you're the make us go. Oh, you're boss in now. Oh, yeah, because of the promotion in your account.
Okay.
Now, oh, yeah, so much. And who this year, if you ever catch it, now, subordinate, which me, if we are the director for the let's say the one Casano, or one to cover that, there's a beef already. Into whichever way, there will be problems. In internet, we want an independent person. Into areas I have Thursday, Omokas, okay, Uncle, on the committee, no, my friend. And last week, Wednesday, I'm afraid, a second one. Before then, no, we the attract to me to say, and Casa Wednesday, last week, 2 weeks, Wednesday now, you're calling, I need not Friday, no, I'm say, but almost me and mammy invitation, man, you can now friend, and no meeting, no, because we are my friend. On the sound friend, man's friend. That's something that call or my number.
Okay.
On the number. And as you cross on one person with the phone now, but phone on the friend, but you cross your own phone now. 93 office, echo, OSPR. Actually, so 10 minutes. So, only 19 came out, you're 15. It will cut right there, 15 minutes walk. And then, we'll be back in the office, one time, okay, and you come down to meeting number 3. The same panel, near your quarter of last week Wednesday, and that Wednesday, your call, the same panel. Now, we say, into the body so far, a do question and answer time, no. You can't say, now, mono, you catch them last week, say, you're board members, which I said, Mona Silla, Mupete, no, I'm saying, the decision is that one on the J. I said, baby, and you didn't find information, then, Mamma, because of the reasons we stated earlier. If you follow, you really know. But before then, no, you could do for police me interview, me passing the car, me caution the command interview. It's me interview, outside the OSC by front.
Premises,
by Apollo, OSC building, maybe I interview ECG, facility view OSC in China.
Okay.
Ucha, ECG, no, Ucha OSC building, but policeman, me say, about a young people, young movie further away. And I mean, catch a journalist and say, young cockman, person there in St. P. And journalist and cry, trying to say, no, a high ECG, ECG, no OSC yet. But just so to say, young movie now, and call it, yeah, in St. P. to move. In the year, and I mean, the sounding right OSC corner. And a policeman, a man, over Saki, and moving to Jinaho. No, me time, or I'll catch you, and some man, Sashi. I'm fine, the pet. I feel me, I know he shouted, I mean, like, not too much shout, but like from that. Next time, if we allow you to park and you went out, next time I'll not allow you. It's me, child. It's you share me, so then
I was say uniform.
Soldier in uniform, but I won't say name tag. Some people would deep on into Ukoha, a team natural letter command military high command. So, Omunche, the Ankwana soldier in year or so, what's a building, the ABOB or bet to pay a bit to 1 year Kanwa. And yes, soldier for now on best service customers. Mubo, Obijinaho, my dress your with a convenient so that will be Bukrana. Wow, person will be bonny or hand you be show. But when they are not dressed like that, they are dressed normal as soldiers, but Obudio see. I can't make us say, Ura, yes, sir, and I'm not kind of new to me. Then I moved another 2 or 3 steps, and another one now spoke, another soldier, second soldier. No, they said, look, next time you come here and do that for me, I will show you, pa. And so I make and I said, no, you can't do that. The law doesn't allow you. You can't just show me. Also, I can say, I should have food there. On your card, the chair 1, 2 to know a boy to throw near that kind of mentality, vigilante mentality, only due process. So my former family fambra, quite say, we think now say, over discipline. Now then, why? Oh, now you're mammy, and now we are judge. The law is not in your hands. There's a law to follow. Cast on to me, yes, sir. And then the next time, make you a stupid man. So, Janino, make cow nine on no being and no catch them, say, name me a stupid. To make sure I don't say, and I didn't my to be very stupid. To make I say, you're also stupid. Some of you say, Mra, be a hot and I'm to bind on the wall. Say, these are the rules here. You cannot be a constitutional, you be so. You're constitutional, you're the back of court, then the court will decide. But we will what can I'm a maybe I can interview not that. I think I'll bet you say, law be what.
But they had a problem with interview alcohol grantee before and some interactions never happen.
Yes, yes, that's the thing. That's the thing. So the first time, all the 2 other ones, that's what I did.
Okay.
So if you have any rule against that, also much on the wall, and answer will be na debia, will be rumor or becan. Let the person inform us say, oh, these are the rules here.
Okay.
What I said, after now, next time I will accept maybe the way the soldiers were dealing with it is that typical thing. Say, hey, soldier put your ground, but before soon, I need time or discipline and no be no. Then no chum, you bet discipline on a chum constitution. You Juma, the BC Sana. Once a man tenement, Sasa made the boss soldier, they be on to me bombing. He said, they are making Sasa made the bonner. I know they be were any Brahman said before my blue lands, you have bombed.
Yeah.
But that's not it. I didn't go near him. There was a distance of about at least 5 meters between us. So it's not anything like I was going to attack anybody. So need to miss or better catch them. Anything at all, report me. Into a non-dance, me course, and I may be too painful for him. Say, me person, a soldier cannot verbally abuse a citizen like that. Long story short, painful bad down some mobile. About 45 minutes later, I'm from a meeting room. I'm saying, I'm called down. Assembly cry, you to me. So, yes, men are men cause trouble. As you know, it cannot be true. So, fast forward, the next man I know, I'm over to me. They want to arrest me. Why am I catching a lawyer say?
What was the purpose of the arrest?
Yes, but you arrest. There is a short process.
Yes.
You are under arrest or the cyber count to show that police. There's no really right, no. Opa kata, opa men kata. Into movie ne ama watchrow statement into which will be na even at times or yes I didn't be na some rain the next one make us say okay master the amount bill you are under arrest say arrest we or say oh they sure no mama bail condition into me who say the no so say some market be your mopa into or make they are coming to arrest you cannot convince them not to do it into one I'm see any internal trust statement because a lot of the time we trust statement we are it mean ma winya bail na aka se won chro na eno na on be chre obibi nti na me say lawyers no this time mo mo top person na na me chro tentem na yem pre bail actually e chro wie ya never to detain me further no more delay sa kukwasa about 30 minutes later and say na mobile say yes on them bail na bail no me ko fa dying crack amra me fa dying crack o e ko mi jimu I say oh how I be actually near this citizen can I be another policeman, sir, senior police officer. I don't know if it's the same soldiers, but soldiers are the OSP. This is not the first time. I'm going to be here. So policeman, the Minimupa, and then almost at committee, your best friend, he will come and testify. I just don't want to put his name out there. So next say Musubai. How this thing? Timusumen Kofa dying exchanges with a soldier. Kofa dying you are crack amra and sana one man and I say you dying
landed property.
But in catch them say, oh, we a small matter, mama self recognizance. People mean to me Johnny small case where my name Johnny free Ghana. If you mama self recognizance, not just a mere member. No see you chair your koshade or consulted, no koye, Yama Albert Nikisio, I don't know. Or buy about 15 minutes later. Maybe diner and answer the crack and any ebedi. Maybe I don't say me beside time no it's or what me could too. And one I say, oh, sir, you will be that office and I'm becoming office is just about 10 minutes walk on from your car. Until one the car say, oh, my lawyer is not back on office. So I die a crack or on camera. Until people say me being 10 no, and I'm see you on the train. But yes, after 1 minute no say, hey, my destroy my plan no. Abraham Ablomensano, chief of staff at OSP, no, PA or Sacred consultations, or by no Monsieur Adiasa near the crack and no crab back. But after now, the lawyers no back who done all calls is after crack and about. We prepare signed by 5 minutes later, said, or the crack and no crab back. I'm going to find you because I'm going to person we have let's just say friendly justification. Sir, you know, near the call lands near, you know.
Yes.
You register our tax, no crowd, on the reject, you register our lands, crowd, lands. Because some years I should make can even take 1 month, etc.
To validate document or the abado.
Sure. Yes, touch or Mrs. that or print. Why not? It's a Abraham Ablomensano, or my yeah, they handcuffed to me, sir, so that it will take me away. Yes, you know, so later on we had to.
So later on they accepted the landed property document or they buy a normal granted bail, no, right?
They not accepted into it's now a man bail, no. Yes, and then I mean Samra.
It's almost granted bail, and they said, and then I submitted document, no.
Yes.
But is that allowed in law? Because all the bail cases, no one can now do and so.
Yeah, they were just being high-handed. It's allowed. And I said, they mean Johnny exchange was with a soldier. Soldier will be citizen attend. And I'm a lawyer. I know my rights. I send the court. Me Johnny Apple. It's a small offense. Even assuming with our admitting say me for crowd. Or better misdemeanor. Me bet you what. Yeah, the mouth fine most of the time.
Yes.
Yeah. Assault, yeah, the fine, and down from Italy to me, much less we are wet, so wet, man, telling me some boss with that. If I was telling me, I'll have probably you as you many at the county.
Well, but Council, to wrap it up with you, no, I mean, they say, committee will appear before them and come on, so the constitution of the committee. Are much challenges at least those people near subordinate to Kusi Ajaben, you don't believe that they can do a better job, but you want Crawford superior to Kusi Ajaben, and no hon komono aqua Kusi say, and then again, say you invite you be ma obekwana on the same matters. One more try some be investigating.
I think it's there. I see. No, that no make sense. No, that there. I'm going to my independent committee. I'm friendly. You are menko. Later on, they want to cooperate and they set up the independent committee. I'm a citizen. I'm not supposed to say menko. Nobody is investigating it. But I said, one sponsor. That's your boss. You was a whole. I'm a bra. One yet. So me, I'm so adamant. If only, but next time, no, before we go there, sir, your command committee, no,
Onua
I was saying
95.1.
I'm from a charter, no much say yes. This time they set up, these are the board, these are the people we are going to meet. Now me here before I get there.
Okay. Very well. Mami now I see pay. I'm highly grateful for your time. You didn't say what but when your opportunity in the kasa enti yeah that's pay. Enti lawyer Martin Pebu and Yanino at the Encomo na quite an interesting narration nowadays. I'm imagine. Boko na
Bieno.
men cost look at credit.
Okoto de ne bodwe. Ade.
Oze.
Okoto de ne bodwe.
I don't know if you
know. Money fee never.
Na ha ye ni krom ha. And papa OSP ni Yoko status wo mo chichen kofo a. Condition wo mo ede atoto nkrofo so a yaka ho asem afa we kam ho waka ho asem a obia nka hwe a yedidi mu saa na ne yese kofa landed property ba akoye nsem bebre me bra who determines
when you cry that's all they about
who but they do validation
say so mo yomo anom
all those yokofo ne wo mo akọ court ni ade na no so mo ye validation
yes
that is why sometimes they grant somebody bail or sign court till say o ma wie validation no who to me dey yesi
yeah
so them say akwai abronya no ya yi ni dey yesi abronya hwan na che no
tell no Yoko right
police
for assignment wo kan ya ye che no any IGP who asem na kan ya IGP na emu ma ye che no
yeah
enti so come who asem ma che say kroma no ya who say there's a problem with it who be come who asem ma mechi I had an issue with that. If you want something to be done obia o kasa bia no e wo Ghana ha bia no if something is wrong let's all come out and speak about it. It doesn't matter who is involved. I have issues with how Abronya communicates.
Okay.
And in semi efina no pie. And that's in semi bi ho we need to curtail because in nkola na aba no social media they said your man no aye ya.
Yeah.
Bloggers are no ya. Ene ye nyina ye te ho aye brain. At that point in time no we be ankasa during election time ano ya for nothing happened. Ebi kasatia etufo ebi kasatia mpanyifo Ghana ha
Onua FM
akwasiri all them say and say ye nyina ye ka bo mu hu say no this is going wrong chia dodo kasa na ya adoso anotra na ya adoso ebi ho betimi e civil betimi ate nti obi ho wo ye na on ka hwe so them say and just when police decided to arrest for obi a work can police
make allegation against the IGP
na ekwa court na edo so kwaye aha ne ha kofa we bra no ho nsem ekoba ya yetumi anka ho asem and criticize the fact that if you have been abused although we now all right so betimi ache no we could have also called for a body
to also arrest him
or do the investigation.
Oh yes.
Well, let me say, but I
don't know difference.
What I am seeing,
yes.
What I am seeing is the fact that Tokonu, when the issue by petition going, Tokonu spoke, had issue with the fact that petition nankasa ye diaba ye who prima facie case no. One ya bono subono no sa petition wo hu. She requested and went to court. That petition that you are talking about. I want to see the petition so I will be able to know what and how I'll be able to answer when I'm caught. Yet ni yakeke bi che na sa maame no na dokonu anyana dwuma na dokonu na chief justice na ni yakeka ya bugu no so saa na maame ye na dwe say me de me ne nya adwe me kan ma dwe that say wo bekọ Enti we ko pie mo West Africa High Court o ko World Court o ko hwan ye o beko. But you see ade enye at least obi the petition aba etia me a I must know what is in the petition so I'll be able to answer for myself. Me ametimi assign me amaso. And I'm suspecting
they served her with the petition.
She spoke about it first.
No, so
had issues with it before.
By the law,
even at that, she had issues.
Yes, but the point is that by the law, no precedent, no. Okay, until okay, Article 107, 108, 146, 147. Clear. That is the procedure.
That you are not supposed to see the petition.
No.
After even prima facie case has been established against
exactly.
you.
So committee, say. President refer much chief justice.
Enti wo committee na wo be kwa ko na wo yi
exactly. So
there to me prepare no you one.
Yeah, to boss. So enunti no challenge ye.
And that's why I'm saying that,
so
and that's what I'm suspecting. Say OSP is trying to gather the information before because he knows say nipa me ensa de na sem akọ petition akọ president me de ko chief justice say on establish whether there is a prima facie case or not. And before that no omu ye wie na omu establish a prima facie case, which I support those who took it there. Who took it there? Ne matrama de obi ani me position on OS. Mesa aka biom. Obi ani obe hunu na obi akuru. Yes e kire adwene na ntie be kope investigation bibi ani wona akọ we na dia be na ye de tete. Na te say ya temte wa anu akọ ya
petition nko.
O say
that's
why demonstration. I'm not people anya demonstration krom ha ne nkofo bia na omo no so bia za but omo ye demonstration.
And one man
oh there be na bika ho.
And one man dey won bi ko dwane na ma.
Oh no me ye be 20 ni ade
you before from reverend bibi.
I know what join. I say at krom ye ni me ade na say dey here ekoni ade on the thing. Oh the petition be ko but the 3 quarter da.
Yeah.
Ama omo establish a prima facie case. What I say? And he probably wants to know exactly what that petition might look like, so he will be able to. I'm not saying that's what this. I am only but my say Onua Sukrano investigated. What exactly is being investigated about? I'm disappointed no OSP because yet Kroma OSP when you attorney general ya no my press conference. Osu Messi and no benten ya no ababesu my uncle and you know. Waba besu so ya nkona eni ade a na wode asem kwa obi amfi no maja na agina sinsemu na wo OSP a wo expect support from where what you say a government that appoints you now investigating the same government who do you want to come and support you, the president or who? You have a clear cut job, you do your clear cut job, send the person to court. I don't know friend you say but why do so and I say was that necessary? I had my issues with it. So here in want to me as me cry by here court. I heard his lawyer also say ya charge want to me, and so exactly what he has been charged no cry in court no cry no woman who be and say nay or matras yakwa conference ye di hu nkoma afi no ma hu bi wo ba bonti me ati bi so it is our style no so ye hwe ne betimi avari na tumi abo because obo mo so boy say me nya ho kwan akwanya say me hu bi ewo na metimi I respond
Odi suit ni nya kodia eye by law
but OSP catch OSP say wo ye no dodo wo ye no dodo ho ba won teta fam wo ho ba me ni matempebu ya adwen say makasa tia wa na maka ho asem na one no other judge but nipa o che no matempebu si chief director
chief of staff
chief of chief director
ablo
one na ma ye che nti ye fa OSP ye fa ne say e bia OSP kra onim ho hwe ne nche no
onim hwe say
ba fra wo fra no so omra no wo ba hwe ni wo betia na say you want to investigate the matters he wants to send as a petitioner or whatever he's been accusing him of. No, I don't see the head and tail of it. Maakye now our frame all those who were juma no our frame say branam be catch them de me maye now I ho dan
as a institution
and you buy a institution by
and
why na your head now why no can ho asem
OSP na ho asem no
na me ka ho asem na utumi san frem ma ho asem bra na me tie de me tesa de me wo ka fa ho a na no na say
enti wa gasa say no position wa
me tira ni me ni nyina so I'm only I tease out issues
yes wonderful.
My teasing out issues, you know, it's not like I'm either here or there. I've already told you that I have my own opinion about OSP.
Okay.
I think he's not done a good job. I also disagree with you people when you're saying both of them who came in couldn't do a good job, and because of that, people are saying it's not necessary. In fact, from the formation.
No, but I said no, that is what.
From the formation, no crown and Crawford can say, well, no. As and Crawford, you man, may be my because their institutions are what my human say, what more better share. Allegation of corruption or on all those things, Attorney General, police, CID, say, baby, Yoko, NIB, institutions, we are. And I'm also too many panic yeah, and a campaign promise. And why campaign promise you and why not just what castle person can prayer will bet me to a sea no no lawyer. I will to me call demonstration, Kumi Braco, Yemi Braco, Jaime Braco, and yet I met me at home be no day sharing with the content. Areas here, no Martin Bebu, a bucanism.
We're a special officer.
Miss Martin Bebu, Martin Amidu. Why did Martin Amidu leave? One person who could have probably done the job. Because at the point where he was appointed, no, people felt that it's like vindictiveness.
Yeah.
As His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo decided to bring Martin Amidu. Because at that time, no, Martin Amidu was speaking against his own party.
Yeah, sure.
And the end say, me appoint to Martin Amidu Sabra. Nabe OSP first, OSP Penimua. Akwa said you are party for what could be as a Nazi.
That
Nabra Baya Jumana, no, the way Martin Amidu Subanti. Martin Amidu Babonting, and some Martin Amidu Trofan and other way. When he was given the job.
Well,
So the man said he didn't even have the tools. Apart from that, when you take the Upa Obio, corruption, nanity, serpent. Gangan to one Jubilee what I know. And we are saying not to say, I saw Penny Baby Tana, a branch. So you also spoke about this seniority lawyer thing, and I'm no yarding. Seniority.
And then
Yamo be a Juma.
So yes.
Say a folk that Pasumi a penny say no. And that's why I penny suspected. Now on no boss or how I say, I may cast or small, but see be a mere penny say no. In case of or so well.
Yeah.
Osa. Ah, dear from your penny say no.
I'm making a case.
Your penny say no. None na boss our ha. Was it because my Juma in the media about 24 years or 23 years? And for me your penny say no. Maybe I make journalism school na for crano. When I'm na ho sere koko. Any identity I the boss wa henti. Na na esa samba. Wo jinemu no na beka masa mama me no is there here or there come.
See, that is the reason.
President, why are Quada, where the 40 no bro 40? Why president? Your friend Oma?
No,
Nakabahama, my friend Oma, who friend another Oma from Mahama.
No, yeah, also, I don't know, make us say, when I read the law, based on lawyer for more structures, you know, say, because will be a senior.
Tell no much
wonderful. When they be a lawyer, Martin feels that no. I'm a senior lawyer.
But so what's your interview here in the year? The concern in yes, or be interview no yes senior senior. The concern no yes, committee no more forming now or qua share woman. Omunina is subordinate to Kusi.
He's even saying, sir, the person he accused.
Exactly.
Did the interrogation. The person he accused. That is even wrong. That's wrong.
Exactly.
That's wrong.
So on feel say okay, some more person you have a open discussion. Na me kadie me wo editremo dia. Muma board members no mo ye higher than Kusi Ajabina. It be difficult for Kusi Ajabin to influence, you know, to come and sit and then ask me the things me yes, and for that, you know, may open say. But what is all the kwala na say OSP na se ne ba na omotiwa na message about her why are you doing this what you say they are easily influenced again utie na o say chief of staff he say ebi wo hokra wo pay promotion
no chief of staff no fi wa ko promotion dey.
And why the
chief of staff wa promotion he fa na.
And they be a vice president.
Yeah, no OSP. And assistant OSP. And deputy OSP.
Deputy OSP.
Na OSP mu ye ho. OSP mu sisi ano ho.
And you for be an modu.
Kwame.
No mbra na one ne nkasa.
Kwame ne sibu sumi sia da ya nimu. Wa hwa OSP nya wa hwa obekwa yi. Wo ya gogwa. Wo be kire we paralyze. Wo ya gogwa bisubi sia na e di ya obekọ. Wo ya gogwa wo be kire we paralyze mo aso aye si wo krom ha. Ba yentu eye Martin Pebu sofo.
Wo mo say wetin you invite.
Na say ma ya dey. Say ma ya dey. Anya nusu nti na yentu ya adwene fa na djuma wo ye. Charles Bisu.
And baby.
OSP Charles Bisu. Etam OSP ni hwe ho say bram. Na na krom na Charles Bisu. Any OSP chika from say bram. What dem say? Enti na issues enya katatenti o. Ana kire say wo ye adwuma na wo nya adwuma. Ba yentu Martin Pebu sofo say.
Okay.
Ano ya no wonte so kakra. Oh dem say.
Eso no so asa. Ojina bibi so no.
Oh nya bibi asem. Enye de bia na yade kokoko de ade o.
Ano ya
so de ni eso we stupid na wan so na ye de.
Da bi o no bi ma me so.
Na wan so de. Also we stupid na wo ya no side.
So
na wan ya no. Wo ni modern for ya de na wo sia na for pass no. Ba pound to me.
David.
So what so we stupid so ya stupid.
Voice is up no.
Ya pa se me na
Me chema den.
Na we ni mo fia.
Ama no ya. Wo ba na o saba. Da no me kwa ya gogwa bi wo kuma police ni awochi obi agode su na mekwaye gogwa maso ya si wo Kumasi police station asokwa mani bre me gogwa ni nyina wan ti se Martin Pebu ese edu baby o mpa cha ofo be wo gogwa ni nyina na ye do awa oba cha wo enti ya na wo slow down wo case na ta we ti se ya me ta na ti de mo den me ta na ti by 101% OSP
Bagayoko kra ashokia no ashokia no
asa obi
ni batama me yedi na
no program na kufo wadan kufo na why na kufo no ba den and I go na nya butre won to no bo nya butre asem be ba na aba obi awa attack ni
enye onwanwa se Pebu se oduru ho no mo
the style of communication to some extent there were issues questions. Yes, I have questions,
but I'm saying say as a lawyer no and surprising say Onua ankasa say onim se nkrofo no beje sureties landed property
enti no
anu de no wonye ready say onim se
o ndencha de no office
o ndencha de da
no say onu de bia ni ndencha e wo office
Onua FM 95.1
onu ni se su ba nye wonu onim se su ba nye ti wa
ti be bia be tuna da any time
o bia na we wonu ni se na ne wonye wa se me bi ka sa nye enti e de ho e pe wo ya
Wabano no.
Martin Pebu ha.
Onua
FM Wama OSP did agenda. I've read it say
nyame adom besta bo ami na ye bi when say nyame adom ochina e na Ghana ye behu ye fit say ye ko US say ye ko Mexico and I say ye ko Canada nyame adom ochina
draw no ochina no be
omo fa into Mexico
fantastic
omo fa into Mexico
fansa card ye no
o ba Mexico di ho ni e be ko
omo fa into Mexico
you know why
first 3 matches no there na the Mexico nye bro ya fa play go Mexico
ope US no ope US
we are central ni problem for US and look why
Onua FM 95.1
na before ade be back man tete won you
is it open Canada na pay you
ope US
in that order
Canada no nyama de o
Canada and Mexico what I say
from the first
but na kwa me ye draw answer na my omo de na kwa me for port to so yes let's say for
some passport na the port for yes some passport
obi anu Jordan o
so port 1 we
unu Jordan hate go group port
1 Ghana be share no
okay
you back port 2 Ghana be share no you back port 3
Ghana be
so 3 countries Ghana dey port 4 na you be Ghana wa ha So portray.
Way back portray.
One select country. One select country.
Select Canada. Canada for Portugal.
No problem.
Okay.
Portugal for Canada.
Okay, call
Portugal no. Okay.
Ochana do remember so.
Uruguay dem empower.
Okay.
Okay. Croatia anya bad for Portugal. Croatia anya bad. And that's Iran, right? Iran I'm something bobo pa o. I'm something bobo pa. Ti one
those countries now Brazil Portugal Ghana for them
o man naturalize omo.
Australia so that mean said who are mobile boys. Oba airport 3 mafa Canada.
Okay.
Ana mafa Croatia. Okay. Ana port 3 no Uzbekistan.
Okay.
Port 3 no Uzbekistan.
So what we speak in the group?
Yeah.
So Canada, Croatia,
Uzbekistan,
Ghana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kenya bad.
Okay, so
Onua FM 95.1.
Oh, prepare yam tre. Okay, from Portuano. From Portuano, me choose England.
Mo.
Na Portu, me choose.
Onua FM 95.1.
Portugal which is the
England.
now so the umpire the hojo.
Na Portu, me choose Iran.
Okay.
Me choose Iran.
But you see Iran or Portu.
Port 3,
yes.
Port 3 me choose Panama.
Panama, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so England,
Iran, Panama, Ghana.
That is NKG.
Yeah.
Yes. But what me for USA? Me for USA, but why? Yeah, for host nation, yeah, for Mexico, yeah, my for US, and see, I know you bet me a ball.
I don't say Ubo why a bishop.
And
First match.
And then no credit that.
Oh, no, so
US, I come on. Yeah, Part 2. Me shame say Australia, sir.
Okay.
Australia. Maybe you better kill Australia. Now we are airport now.
Australia
Australia
down. Okay.
Australia was from.
Yes.
Hey, that the school in as a more second cabin. Part 3 no, Scotland your team. Scotland one be mu da ben. Scotland one be.
Scotland won't yeah no
no mu be mu da ben no mu kwa World Cup ni bi.
Group no F.
Papa bi. Let's say you go England so aka England. Scotland for you.
So US
Australia, Scotland, Ghana.
Now Scotland na there.
And you for
Canada. One ball Canada, Scotland you know. It's say boy US. You need US open.
Groups be Canada. Groups be
US open. Why? US.
But I must say why.
Group of 16. Now you
are called the quarter.
Is that a bro?
Baby a chance 16 no.
Fund the old ball.
As they say how many countries now?
They're both on that inside there.
You know so 40 something.
Is there 42 now?
42.
48.
And you bought here by say 30. And I tell you,
95.1.
32. As I know about around 16.
And nothing about boy there.
Number 16.
And some may take more than 1 month.
Oh no. We're the same 1 month now. The same 1 month.
Well.
US bear the rough.
Ochanti, our minimum say over be phone lines now. If from so I
oba no wa bi na what be adiaba. Alfredo.
US.
Very necessary. Ochanti.
That's a combo blaster.
Let us see you try your ho abasisi here.
Star oil ejuma krabia no mu no ye gidi se fa ngo ho ejuma enye ejuma bia keke na emmom eye nkwabodo modasini Star oil fango papa ne
Upese wutia every 1 Ghana cedi cost 5,000 Ghana cedis. To me mpo ato ticket no amo bi foforo ye obi hero upese wutia enye den kra sa wo Ghana for mobile money tia na sa wo amano ne dia for bank card tia
ticket baako ebo sika no ho empay ahanum 500 times we ye massa ye pe there will community de benyanso betimi aye emoho edu 10 times
inti yen kambom na yen nya lucky na lako bebia shawo ho so enye ma wona wondi infiedu watching luckiest jumedie yi enele imrata chire wo Caritas lottery platform no so
95.1 FM. Yeah, Junimo. Onua 95.1 FM. Yeah, Junimo. Onua 95.1 FM. Yeah, Junimo.
Opsia Yama Kwaba, Ediba, Yen Sampa, Jimmy Samakwaba, Ediba, Unia 95.1 FM. So, Patana pay a brave to a brave yasu say, Yete, and a good munsam, Yete, a player, Jimmy, so Patana, Samano, a toss of Papa, you didn't come on, and so, if you near free in some and air cost, what himself and run, empty and fake up, run of 64, much as maybe not to me, echo, so not resource no hand pay, Yete, air part, didn't pay Patro, and ye, Aso Kumakra, shocking resource. Womb and I feel so that certain resource are a bit to me. I mind the other pay was said here, 80 soon, and so I had to pay Yadina, and so at airport, didn't pay Pacho, and yam as some Kumakra. And the credit set, I cross for Bokono, or air trended from another Joe, ABC and I pay, and then the air cost of the team not catching now, ha, and I pay yet the airport and ra, would do an HMO, and so our English Premier League in the mom. Midweek accident me echo so resource I had to pay yet the airport medical catching that say and the World Cup draw no the part to Nakopo and my China be a better film and he and a Ghana echo teams bang and a Ghana Asiano Nina I be here never boss to come out now pay yet the amount be and so it's me across once again Kadasan Saha Unia 95.1 from Yen Sampa and I was super so which a brasso said I would moon samno yet the atro so me the outfit teach men some and I pay production to Nina at a tree and a Jumajan yet the airport and the budget and the podium to my papa now that would man pay some at the airport but man come for the luckiest and from and the pay me patch the luckiest SM catches for the HMO na phone no na dial *712# *712# me patch choose option number 1 what out of my select option number 1 ubenya the lucky number for ska krabi etechri ubedi sk tudie pudo pa na ode go bottom Christmas and air pan oni sika wasama ya say na ya wada intimesrew star 712 hash star 712 hash select option number 1 after option number 2 no ema a lucky number at ema wadamfo ema a lucky number at ema otochomucho ema a lucky number at ema a family member bubo wadado ma dwen obi ho na select option number 2 na nya a lucky number manifest ka criteria ska pudo pa and na pay won sa ebetimi aka the luckiest star 712 hash star 712 hash wadado ma na pay udia yeah, what the elbow home 500 times amount. Yeah, what the elbow home 100 times amount. Yeah, what the elbow home 10 times an amount. And it said Obetali star 712 hash star 712 hash. Now the pay why you man BPM and so it's me akosu kama na it's me at the amount.
Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM. Yeah, Junimo.
I'm trying to pay yes, come and I say in 10 times na yen free and now empty na fake up me patrol it me eto feminine patrol say and then HMR resource no CBF Ecoy and now phobia etifie Pokemon Park me patrol will so ye and my true live e kabako ekome guda omo intimi anti Sanson Fishing FC and so so ye and my Trump visas e kabako me patrol so intimi anti e wo ni eje Krakow Park e wo Tamani Town Basaka All Stars ewo campaign amenu me patrol nra almost so game no by a goal to nil edema bebiani goal stars grades and their ambitions and almost tifie elusu ye edema second for a kabako omo entimi ante erafe police nationals me patrol nra omo ese bako ema me serious ebusua drafts abantu IDK ID Pandi me patrol omo entimi ante game no eto fem ewo Tuba Park ho and me patrol came no etim epa so ho and na pay yede emunchim no yen so yete emane kana for and so ewo dwumaje so ye kone kwa house folk and ra ekwan a omo efa so a omo elusu game no me he go no ewo Facebook ne so my reaction sika crap and ram team ne fa so a omo elusu game no by a goal to nil at Emma True Life Academy. Money team True Life. Now run ponum we are set up 11 players on the boy now. Or you see only one natural defender. Only one natural defender. And on the boy other position no me patrol atia of 4G. Other position no padia okreti yen at the Emma boys no ball omo natural position run team say enya so kuma krat way eboy emra omo etimi etin kunim. Now, how to folk supporters, fans, reactions, and raw after the game. Now, not telling.
What you mean? I'm saying, me problem ni mobia. Me say Africa Cup, Africa, and a league Africa. So I say, oh, boy, Africa Cup for first 11 ball. Now, Joe, 10 points, no baby. Ufi say, yeah, Bobo, and yeah, go see a 2 pop. And yeah, boy, yeah, first 11. You will lose. Mr. Coachino, Turo, and on a mess. Coachino, Turo, on a mess. say coach no the first 11 now what they abano na enye but players no so asa who big a club like true life how money aroras and they the same thing let's say we move I what to do must na house of folk now go na who pass one say what she house of folk senior team the continental club masters Jesse no what be now we need true life second division team and what say money aroras na play na coach na kan tro se kwabo coach na kan tro masa the match be on my coaching ni mu kra was already the tactical play and the tactical play and what ni fi second division team better class Maakye class yeah who see who here what for coaching course was sorry
ani ba ko e ha me ni say as a coach leader man you nyina ye ni pedigree but last year bo ye ni vision ye bo wo Lagos omo bo ni nyina che nzi coach no ugina ha o be the ball na ye ball to wa nzi coach no okra na say na say performance ni ye performance ni nya na omo gu eni ma say wow eti result we say ko to call FA Cup no wa fa because ye na omo zero ye na the record of 64 na ye won no we nya do baby a omo ye
average only second division e bo ha say travel ko Tamale say o so on bench players no fan ko no konya win wo league na ye bo now on the second side bo second division now to me shana good enough.
So Accra Hearts of Folk supporters nibi and what's your Monkase Omokoko Apai and Ram can the credit say and Ram Division 2 club and a core across the folk Omankasa Fee El Pubi Mine a Hoy and Rat came no it's me a pass so 90 minutes of soccer action and Ra Omulusu came no at the and the True Life Academy and Natum Sampa game no are not dinning once again yes anti supporters nibium yes anti supporters nibium yes anti umbium
na bubu ya ni masisa coach ni na me say me problem ni ma obia me say FA Cup e Africa and a league ko Africa so what they say oh bebo FA Cup for first 11 ball na jo 3 points na call baby ufi say ya bobo and ya akwesi atopom and ya boy ya first 11 ya be lose me say coach no turo on na me say coach no turo on na me say e wo say coach no the first 11 na what they abano na enye ba players no so asa who go big a club like true life how many aroras and they the same thing let's say we move I what to do must na house of folk now go na who pass one say what she house of folk senior team the continental club masters Jesse now what be now we need true life second division team and what say many aroras na play na coach na kan trust kwabo coach na kan trust masa the match be on my coach ni mu kra was already the tactical play and the tactical play and what ni fi second division team better class Maakye class yeah who see who here what for coaching course was sorry
ani ba ko e ha me ni say as a coach leader man you nyina ye ni pedigree but last year bo ye ni vision ye bo wo Lagos omo bo ni nyina che nzi coach no ugina ha o be the ball na ye ball to wa nzi coach no okra na say na say performance ni ye performance ni nya na omo gu eni ma say wow eti result we say ko to call FA Cup no wa fa and because ye na omo zero ye
so I know some few Hearts of Folk supporters maybe and reactions kakra it's me echo so park na no and come and na pay yeti ama and so yen sampa jumadi no so enye aso kuma kra yan fa free some say na yan cross the carpet na efe ani enchemo amano na ma yen come kakra ewo enra match set me echo so the English Premier League nim na me pato say and right me efate Arsenal nra omo ese Brentford come you know Emma Brentford intimi antisan so and a Brighton etifie Emma Aston Villa be show me ka 9 omo etimu emiens na fe Burnley and so elusu game no at Emma Crystal Palace by a goal to nil Wolves say Emma and they are not them ebe show mo ekabakon omo intimi antinafe and Leeds United stop Chelsea Abraham Chelsea eka baako and they Chelsea enyemu baako and amo etie enra sana resource esibe fa kwa ansana and the last game Tottenham no and so Sunderland omo any Liverpool Anfield me patcho 1-1 and at that particular game no me patcho esibi every ya and the anape yete ho enkomo no yenso yete mani kana for eso ewo dwumedie so na de tenie wodo echiema around the team and Oko and the Spain Marides Ebo game and against Bilbao. Now around the Trent Alexander-Arnold. Me patro and the Nako come be a praka cram and a pay in crowd on sports. And Saka Echa said and yet likely said Trent ever say I'm back. Now I be Saka Eddie I'm married on the year 2025. I said this particular year there. Yeah, who said Trent ever say I'm back. Ebe Saka Edema and the team no Nyame ya tuma next year and back aba besi akan na ote ama Arsenal bobo kunwei ode ama Madrid bobo kunwei nkoma kakra me patcho efiri ho na ede eba Liverpool enra omo etro na omo etro ye no ama omo ene me the Arsenal team no me patcho nyama esranko yi Liverpool now 11 clear point and Liverpool and the and Arsenal that Liverpool mu into what share the table now Arsenal ekuta ne 33 point and the lead in the table no Manchester City ekuta 28 point Aston Villa etoso miensa ekuta 27 Chelsea etoso 9 ekuta 24 that Crystal Palace etoso inuma okuta 20 Liverpool winning league no o shebe bi otam 11 clear point and on the Arsenal team no ete achimwa me pacho enye asam ekuma kra na Liverpool no Jimmy Carragher na tuchap esa brate team Virgil van Dijk eso one homodin Van Dijk Bradley Poe Branyina no Van Dijk empeja no na wan bo bra am family poor and am be ten de amom o say and there here ni ma Van Dijk at the boss these days too much. Van Dijk at a back pass too much these days. I know I can't be. And I'm a Liverpool and to unchanging the style of play. I'm a Liverpool and I'm a me Akoye na eti I'm a Liverpool this particular way. A former player Jimmy Carragher in Coma or the Air2 FM FR brand the team at Virgil van Dijk and one at the pay. Yes, we had the moon come on. Yet Amane can afford a war yen sampa Jimmy. But come on. War and they walk up. Na me patcho draw on bra. Na me head draw no na me him fat draw on port no efa maw. Na yen hwe so far the port no esibi efa te na patcho port 1 ewo ho port 2 ewo ho port 3 ewo ho na fe ye wo port 4 na say and on patcho no eche me na mo chena ye beti bia come ye yi port bia baako that form a group. It's over and they port 1 na enya son kuma kra me part port 1 Canada port 1 Mexico port 1 USA port 1 Sanso and Spain port 1 Argentina port 1 France port 1 England port 1 Brazil port 1 Portugal port 1 Netherlands port 1 Belgium port 1 and after Germany and so our port 1 to say that so far port 1 let's be for Canada, Mexico, USA, Spain, Argentina, France, England, Brazil, Portugal, Netherlands, Belgium, of course, Germany, no more and a former port 1. In Ghana, ebe share this countries are born in a mobile after port 2, Croatia, Morocco, Colombia, Uruguay, Switzerland, Japan, Senegal, Iran, Korea Republic, Ecuador, Austria, and Australia. Way more port 2 apart from African countries. Ghana betime show bia. Croatia, Morocco, Colombia, Uruguay, Switzerland, Japan, Senegal, Iran, Republic of Korea, Ecuador, Austria, Australia. Omo enewo port 2. Afe oba port 3 na Norway, Panama, Egypt, Algeria, Scotland, Paraguay, Tunisia, Cote d'Ivoire, Azerbaijan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and afe South Africa. So port 3, apart from African countries, Ghana Mesia Opia, Norway, Panama, Egypt, Algeria, Scotland, Paraguay, Tunisia, Cote d'Ivoire, Uzbekistan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Nafi, South Africa, Omo, and forming and the port 3. After port 4, Ghana, Jordan, Haiti, Nafi, New Zealand. Aka teams no in 6 countries aka anyame ya tuma match omebo FIFA ebien window no yebo no yenya 6 countries abeka ho omoso ena Ghana ye ne omo group unim say en ho na ka Nigeria fa ba ebuka mu nti we mo airport aye nyakopon ya tuma ochena ena draw na be koso ochena draw na be live on Onua TV nti echena at 3 p.m. yebeshia na ye de draw no nkomo nyina no Eddie Asom Ghana for Ewo Jumia. So, Mr. FNC, media the Alfred, it means I also Emma Nana Prefo, Mr. Speaker, NKG, and a team no Eddie Jumedia Cano, Abertoso, Eddie Ama. Once again, media the Alfred, it means I say, it's a Jumedia, ha, and it is in Umre, exactly 7 p.m. Yababa, Abertosa, the Unia Sports Center Jumedia, no, yeah, they are Twaso, 80 men, I want to be Pia, 80 men, now Eddie Ama. Yes, a Jumedia, at Twaso with Nanaya Brefo. Yakro.
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone.
Happy birthday. Maintain kakeko. Miniman kasa. If you say the luckiest season 3 Asayaba.
Afe mami chewe kwan a obefa so nye wo ticket but star 712 hash na di ehise no so to wo ticket ana se ko internet no so na bo the luckiestafrica.com se bia me community ticket no so na you lucky number
wo betumi so ama system na eyi bia ma chere ahia wo pese wutua every 1 Ghana cedi posi 5,000 Ghana cedi wo betumi mpo ato ticket no ama obi foforo ye obi hero wo pese wutua enye den kra sa wo Ghana for mobile money tua na sa wo amanone dia for bank card tua
ticket baako ebo sika no ho empay ahanum 500 times we ye massa ye pe there will community ni benyanso betimi aye emoho edu 10 times
inti yen kambom na yen lucky na luck baby ya shawo ho so enye ma wona wondi infiedu watching luckiest jumedie yi enele imrata chire wo Caritas lottery platform no so
Yansempa Yade brawo Onua 95.1 Onua Yade brawo Yes Every juada Kusi fiada Yes 5:45 Kusi 10 anopa Yansempa Yade brawo Yansempa Yade wo Onua Big news, Onua. I go for myself, and Emilia, now I heavy, I ain't Tony, I will hear. I care, yes, say, almost a say. Just some Sam, see, hey, I want for clients. Any guy, they get it, and it goes swap back. 95.1, Onua, hey, yeah, that's
Zeze, hey, yanko, awa menina, hey, ade, yeah, enya yesu atu, And Dinah Hamilton birthday. And in new way, maybe I'm on one kata Dinah Hamilton. Happy birthday to you, my sister. She's such a kind, nice, beautiful lady. Oh, akuma eyakuma pa akuma emutie. Akuma emudo. Adrie sister ni trimnya asem ketwa. Ze. Happy birthday to you, my sister. Yeah. Otumya dinina ya. Abusia December ni remi unim say December so de mo de. E wo Ghana ha. Ba bia ni we biti Ghana December oboa. Na unim say African Americans na wa broche wo mo kura na e promote ye Ghana ha December say wa ma ha wa yira kwan. Bakayoko, are you ready? Zeza, I will give you small experience here before I enemy my bekasa. Adia Bakwa His Excellency, why ya me feel not. Hey, we are representing live everywhere. Hey, what we have been. The more experience in with hands. Young got. Bakayoko more experience like a crans some minimum yabema and petting come on and no I boss so director yeah in fact baby I'm a tea wabahado zeze baby I'm a fiba yes wakohoda zeze Ochna for feeder. Farmers Day, farmers in your phone, your mama, you go. Hey, Ganedo, a Jawajo. Ahana to me a phobia, no, I can come once. What your petition, our day back quite see our Namia, a true farmer who must answer what that. Na petition ne benya kwade si asempa chadide meta medem somebody else come take you for here do me lama this thing no be normal where kid me boy don't give me me say dan twa musa ade this thing no see you net to me be one them take why your currents? I said, oh, your currents when you more time it is. And to be a national placed very well. That's why it's not square in Ranho. So, Ranho in the Ranho's right, my channel.
Yeah, Johnson will be able to.
And I'm just saying, you're not idea. Who say near Duma more, you're not more tea anymore. No, many Jabroso. And I'm Papa and Yamisha Papa. Now, and they December, Ghana, baby. Exactly. This year, December. Yeah. How different would it be? Okay. Because in December, there are various programs. Yeah.
And I am that's Maminchi and I'm in fact in Chiakasiama TF4 Muti and Anope. Naminda was a braces out to Safreme. Yeah, that's December Hong Kong. Well, said you kind this year December, I do December Ghana Yadepa. And this year December a bed demonstration. Wow. I was His Excellency President Mahama Bayano were launching their friend of the Black Star Experience. The Black Star Experience and in Chas Yen say instead of say Ghana, a bay December pay bay den. Say 365 days. In a year, I was sending in Ghana yet. Na Ghana your preferred destination for Africa and beyond.
Na dollar ni bi bem.
Abeba. You better go to and because of that launch and at December so said yeah you know be back room no. But this year because of the Black Star experience in Intino, yeah, all the 16 regions are there.
Wow.
And yet
usually I am crying.
Ghana nyen crime.
Just an crime. Baby areas go akra.
And ya hope one basa na omo beson cry. No ma sign call omo me ba Ghana. Ye mpesa be ba Ghana beson cry. Ye pesa o ba Ghana. O beti say event because o upper west, upper east, savannah, central, western, ahafo any idea. Into this year Black Star experience into event air course in all the 16 regions.
Wow.
All the 16 regions. And the baby I will say be a yes will be 2 car bank crying.
And so I bet you any.
And I bet you any. Me say Savannah region. I yeah, me Jimmy Wapa. Because
choose to be a woman.
Yeah, go. You go trust Eva. Ha. And see the demonstration will be sire. I don't know.
Wow. 16 regions.
16 regions.
How would it play out? Would it be like in say Ebia from usually 21st, 22nd, 23rd, depending on the day eto any idea? How would it be? Obiane ne dia na said yeah no it be 24th the whole region singing something.
Okay, Obiane ne dia right from the 1st of December e be mo start here mo dia second e be third e be and make us say e be be ochina ye farmers day me yenchi akuafo ye mbo mo abaso so mo ma yenduane pedi me yenchi agric minister so juma yeah and you know a betu ma kopim yes January na me kan say the Black Star experience into na
the whole year
31st December
wow
near that's just a 24-hour economy now Ghana say yembeda.
What are some of the things that you share ni mu say beba so those regions ni mu
right
is it going to be just what are some of the activities
there be me patch of fashion ka ho ye nuane ka ho ye nsan ye nom ka ho ye culture ye heritage site ni nyina ka ho and a chair ni pursue.
That's true.
Ghana for say anity. Yentadi shemu.
Nigeria for you say bro free person catch say we don't actually have you near Gianni Papa Bia.
Hey, you're right.
You name spices pony and Gianni the na walk what.
And I am a cousin child now for me no be for US by Kika and NHF for the first time. For the first time in their life, no my Ghana. No more buy me a $7 million joint to be. It was a local joint. It was because I'm person more share. Baby, and to me, I call local joint was sue. Your bar probably we are doc no. I'm share said the doc no. You're fitting more near dear Bibia. I'm so chucha videos. Even I'm so the Omura joint to be me. I could dig on it. Like what? Let's go. Me cheno you rare buneja fufu abasu me GB mano me je nam to so ni ade na obe twa fufu and the way I know I hear inside me hwe ne din afi fufu no wura na num wie ya osan bibia
we di fufu ni nyina
bibia san OMT ayo and because of fufu nti kika esia ba
osan bagana e di fufu
you know
catch say US obenya joint obenya
joint you about the Ghana fufu no said ya
no trade dey different I had the tintim no
enti ye tintim house ana ekoyi enti Ghana ye wo eniama bebre ahofo na pese ye showcase e dey shop na omoba omotum say this is Ghana na fans ho many omko East Legon joint bi ho omoton pork kebab and you call and a Madam, I share me. And the kebab be tasty. I said, no, this kebab was semi franchise.
Sir,
I thought say Odiagro.
Wow,
I was my friend kebab guy, the owner of the kebab, my friend. Only didn't come out. I'm taking you to America.
Wow,
I will set you up in America for the World Cup.
Wow,
I'm telling you.
Wow, that's very positive.
I'm setting you up in America for the World Cup because I need this kebab.
Pork kebab.
Pork kebab.
Wow.
Or franchising in US.
So, and see, these are some of the things that our Black Star experience.
Exactly.
Because we're not be African print.
Yeah.
Yeah, the answer you need them.
Oh, I said that.
If now coverage na shebia. Wo mutumi hwa say, oh, you're looking beautiful.
What them strong?
Oh, them say. Aha, nti eba ne sa na je say, omo yeah, sport ye niam ni bi ko na je say yeso. Ye nya eye foreign inflow ni ade.
Na ye de boa ye nua ne mo mo pamenta. Imagine say wa franchise kebab e dey call. Next time oba no franchise atade. Na and that is the Black Star experience. And when you person showcase. Enti na say experience Ghana. Kente Adame come here. Experience Ghana. Don't just come and visit. So Abesra. Oba visit here, you know. How was the experience? And in a Black Star experience in Aba.
And the impact Benny from I know say these are the things. What about say obi fi here ko. Yeah, establishing wa America. Yeah. Yes, so you to no keke.
Yes.
But pork no.
Yeah.
Pork no kura no.
Oh, are they?
Obey sport to be.
Exactly. Exactly. Eddie Ako. Na ye kase mfaswa ebenya wo ho a ebia ne se meka pork FCD ekoje dollar wa
nya sam kitwa
enye cash kitwa na dey ba obi opamata de ye ba be experience ne kase atade we ye franchise wa brochi a cash ne bia na ba so it's opening up Ghana for investment for people to showcase what we have.
It won't actually be bad if you own Times Square.
Exactly.
No African print shop.
Oh my God.
Times Square.
Oh man. How's the Doris show? Ekojina ho ye nioma bi kakra bi it's all line in the app. Said that President Mahama called New Yorker. Omo di ni phone here. Imagine say. Yeah. Imagine say Ghana your fabric Times Square. You're lining the app. Oh my God. You love it. Let me meet to Ghana for say omo ya omo call embassy so omo call JVisa omo bought tie in a coat. No. You don't have to. You be bounce.
Now who impressive.
You understand? When you are going their fabric
African print.
That is what they want to see.
Said yeah,
oh my God. And you who are all the containing room was there. We are calling there. So that is the essence of the Black Star experience.
So do we plan to do 16 regions? I mean, are we taking some of our musicians known here out there in some of the regions? Upper East, Upper West, maybe I posted doctors no doctors musicians because we are very intentional with the Black Star experience and until I center all the events that were crowd and the musicians are a lot of them be hosting events in all the regions so they be Accra Kofi Kenyatta see me event Accra and now
because Accra and I said there be Kofi Kenyatta bet me host event or Upper East na ebie ho because our followers enti dodo na be ko say every December Kofi concert sanity na ebie Ghana
na hotels ni nyesika
exactly local economy mami oton ko
ba nim say tamale say o pe chinchinga ana nkrofo
I confirm
o ba we confirm wa how but I confirm what tamale different and one experience
different and experience Ghana until you can't tamale confirm I say I confirm when the be a better not a big Ghana so was fear yes one cry I head
corner
off now did was after say no a koyo not all the experience Ghana o corner off fugui different types what the pam be and cry how more into but no for no said your moon no be nyabo tell say you will fugu
and how they even teach you how to wear it because you ain't quite fast what I said
exactly
almost singlet na ya sheshe mo because not na pa fugu na from there no nipa be 10 be ko
yes and ya there no say na abo ho and say be the pencil the pencil fugu na ya she no enti omoba na ombenya experience na not just the already made but fugu no ombekọ baby aye no into your share process na ye fam once ya benya fugu atade no so appreciate say oh wow ade we dey yetime dey kwa bridge ya ebeboa That's exactly what we want our tourists, to experience.
Mama, now I say an say Obekai, just in case somebody's interested, what fashion there will be ladies or Mupama dear, they want to be part of it. Musicians say they're more hard than problem. Yeah. Now a Janif way. Aho de me kire obi wo ho a prensa say me kwa we de na me di bie bi ne enti omo person omo be part of this experience and it's something that will be permanent.
Okay, me pacho betimi afre your call center number na information bia wo pe bia ye de be ma wo so de be also betimi be part of this. Now normally no your calendar about December in GH me kokra meja ba. Yeah, the process and I list all the events. Me bacho baka upiama na nti o ma no wahwem na ja obobo events ni be dey. I mean for call center number in December in GH book no bibia wom all the regions, your state regions event e be koso wo ho event be ya and a telephone number aso wo ho a obetimi afre in case there won't name baby events in the party, everything is there until offer a bema that direction. Your call center number 0579 57 90 19 0579 57 90 19 and your WhatsApp number and all WhatsApp a quick response obenya and no 0546 35 22 40 0546 35 22 40 and I had
now what am I maybe me be and me who say fufu party be because we party so and you look my time maybe so oh great time
yes you cry guy
oh I think you be fufu na we go talk here ni fufu
and then you cry kwa
we mo go talk
you got them feature on your like young community as you say the leader, the CEO of the Ghana Tourism Authority, Maakye for Wajeto, in fact, we are born in Homodin Yepa. We're two and among the meeting stakeholders to make sure there will be a safe Ghana for every visitor Oba. We share the IGP and all the commissioners of the Ghana Police Service. We share the Controller General and in Penny for the Ghana Immigration Service. Said there be visa on arrival facilitation in Bekoyo. Inti ye promise you.
Onua munukra no tourist attraction.
And I can say.
Tourist attraction.
Ne serious to me na ne and Ghana phone come ubuntu omoyem say this December it will be a December with a difference. Come and experience Ghana under the Black Star experience.
Yeah, now I say papa na pesa unyabre. You will find time and have a conversation deeper about the tourism industry and all that and what you people are doing. There are some places that need help. But and then you're appropriate to the kind of Black Star December. December president you do we are near defense minister and you are not issues right here.
December day
Bright question as Chajide correct one or a corporate affairs director Ghana Tourism Authority and Wabeka Sani that's a pa and na make I was say December to remember the Black Star experience here I can't want to so bet me no experience be a obotom nya say bia on na hogogwa na just obotom nya eno no the luckiest wo bebo ma ska ba obotom star 712 hash star 712 hash ska beba obotom say be betimi aboa na December we wo so atumi aye ne ma na wachele kakra na ne ma atumi akoso ama ne atata luckiest or luckiest everywhere obetimi the option 1 and now option 2 option 1 no wo na wo to ama ho no option 2 wo to ama obi and now group bi na wo to one Ghana yetumi bo ho mpredu and mpre ahenum 500 times and we na chacha o isi anom ya tani lotoro du betwa lotoro na just say ya modify no ne adade ama ya kono kwamo o kire o akaduane nyina so enso ye akaduane beba kora na kada ho enti akwanya sei na wanga na fatum na di kakraka nyanya ho fa ho nyim wai so for kwa nganja se menye so just gonna be ma olam je enti na no we no akrade ne adade ne yekoyenim na etumi aboa bomode afa ho jimbi Ebusia try and come so and come out this whole week. Ye didn't come away side who be here see any stakeholders be these and come away. Na as gone ye hu ni puma sibire. Tia. Ye for mu ha na pay. Ye ni stakeholders e disa for mu ni hu komo. And they sent ya and collect me akotron so he. No man to me we ente say. As about me when you 41.
Give me power.
So we on president that will be a topic. Assembly are not for a feature. First night, John Mahama. And I know what was your better title and no number.
And I could take you to Berlin now.
It's your baby who come and who be here pass say better to come away near to me and Buana and met to me to Yama. Mr. Charles Ahito Chega, a former Director General Ghana Education Service. Irene Sam, a Deputy PRO, National Council of Parent Teachers Association. You're turning it in Komo. The animal said Dr. Peter Pate Anti, Executive Director, Institutes for Education Studies. You bet me no Makasa Ewo Zoom. The Shireen appear Bwadi, for education aspect on Subakaya home. And Ram the listener, my own. Maybe Uncle Danny is in Toba and Diana, dear Shaman for me, crash him, come up and pan social studies. Men, just a man, Tessie. Would you wow? Then to win seven, what Jimmy cry, I went to me and Yifia. Effect of a year, Yakwa year, Chantomani, Chantomagana, a year, Kuinabem, association, and they look at the cry a topic and your topic. Should we go back and forth, it is it. Where to me, Ancho? Where to me, why we say? Yeah, but you come out, Bobo, who I said, yeah, bet me, and you find a bit me up on them. Oh, my there be a memo update. Mamilumba na ma update with we be. Memo update as if you come away as a memo update ki to e be na fe ya TSC enkomo. Next week and a year ne beba so. And pay me catch out send na champion aba Ghana. So no na. Na mo kra se enkomo ayedie na champion kra nka bie. Da no na champion ba be ka se ne papa kra odwen ho. Di atulumba e di kire. Oh, mamma ya kwa konto mka why na champo waba we de lumba ya ka fridge mi la munchia na mamna sister ne said o kasa minim se bia odobro ni nkomo ya bai just the way sister ne se mpana twe u tale obi kunu ho a eya kama no wo kire mu a waso tale obi the way e fine no oh, Tika, wa for no, Yama Quine, no one to tell him. I'm saying, yes, Miss Oda, many time about a try a holiday. Oh, come miss by interview. I know, my Bobby Muet here be gay, be okay. I saw what to wait, Nippa Copen or a single of fan, and Grand Prancher, none or the other. What house, I don't know, Frammy. I was say, where are you? Baby, how are you? But not only the damper, how much you cried before the honor and the Sato Swan or baby. Also, we couldn't do on that's how. Tamo, that's how to crowd to me bonnets and we are make catch or the open beyond the mouth. So I didn't that would trim out there. I was sure the NYC have when was for go to your mobile and Kyle, but Emreno Echo and Colano soon here, Papa Panzi, and see this uncle. Mamma Bushian for Aquabana, yen started yen como, Memma, a year, Mr. Irene Sam, and Afe, Yen Papa, Mr. Charles, a hito, Chega, Memo Maquaban, paying for Aquabana pay.
Yes,
and Pum to say, former GES director. Were you surprised, disappointed, embarrassed by the result of Babonte?
Debbie, I wasn't. Embarrassment, you cried, the can't cry now. Was I asked him? I wasn't, because holistically, means you say when the fortunes of Mekambro Fubebre.
Yeah, catchy. I'm the starter here.
nkɔla na ɔmo twerɛ nsɔhwɛ yi a ɛyɛ 2025 nsɔhwɛ no na sɛ wo keka kɔ w'akyi kɔhwɛ time ɔmo wura SHS mu ɛne adeɛ ɛyɛ wɔn from SS1 copying SS3 in the midst of that journey up to SS3 no near a see one so what saa kwantuo no mu na near see the NM say lucky because just a kyerɛ sɛ mmɔfra ni bi very determined say ɔmo de awi on dem kora ɔmo be tia no matwa but near kai na ɔmo de ɔmo fa hwe nya hwe ne de ani ɔmo kyerɛ hɔ a yɛnkonkwan na ɔmo tia ɛnu ne ehu yɛ and I feel so near to some say a no ma opportunity and depend challenges now and I will for now say be almost said then nisika and call the best fear don't be call extra college near extra because some of our way are only choice so her way every time be near year of school even 2 weeks no go to school 2 weeks no some be fear almost if you have 3 months now 3 months no muti fear and then no more who ska ubafari ude call the friend say extra classes na there who ska akua di machine enko dwom koton ne obi ne na say ubafari no ho akere no ono nya adage nsua de oba ho ana nkwala nso nya adage ye ne omo mpani ade ti seriousness no na ate eno ehun susuaye ene ehun
ye be rem yakom deeper mamemfa ye subject ne said the ankola ne twa yemfa ento amanfo anim na ye hu komo idi said ye de ne de afa o share English language say ya wo are from grade A1 to C6 English language ni pabes yemfa so ohamu chichemu aduosia enkron ene pass ye enya A1 to C6 borderline C6 na Ghana hakura no C6 unya A na B bem ana BB bienu bi na AA bi betu akra university ne course a opekora wunya wa ya wunya school no dia wa pass e o nso se be obewura university no kra be problem because wo mo check ABB wo mo sisi wie no am ka so bi o mo pe 9 o mo pe 11 now dia na bro ana 7 e bro pe na je say o ba bet na fie no wa ye bi aka ho do say wa pass wa feel e no English wo mo kra grade D 7 pass no way 8.18%. Womo ekra E8 womo no 39,091 9.23%. Womo ekra grade F9 54,294 12.86%. That's womo efeli no womo do so 69 and the pass here about 50%. And ye befansa mathematics 209,068 any try less than 50% 48.73 ye krom ha we ntwa maths we ntwa English ya and also that's university ya yoka grade D7 52,991 and we 11.62%. Womo anya E8 52,145 and no 12.15%. Now for no one the adoption 26%, 26.77, which is 114,872. One does integrated science 57.74% in the child, 220,806, 11.85% in your D7, 54,580. Mr. Wo no dipo unto kind nipa 54,000 make up once a me. Afe wo mo anya E8. Mathematics no. 52,145. And no I said the makama say we integrated science inti and no E8 45,783 11% and 11.97%. Now for no 61,243. One so the door so pa no 16.05%. After social studies. One more see A1 to C6 248,538 representing 55.82%. D7 for no 33,670 which is 7.38%. Grade E8 40,608, which is 9.12%. And now one enya for no, omu de na doso 27.50%. Out of these 4 subjects, there's 122,449. Now for previous years, I did to who I kwayam from 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. English language 60.39% the passing year. And I just had it. Oh, compare English language 60.39, and I said this year English language 2022, this year na yes in 2022. 2023 73.11%. Na just said 2023 na yes in 2022 and 2025. 2024 69.52. 2024 no 2023 no appreciate here, but 2024 no mba from kakra, but it's still higher than the numbers they got 2025. Yeah, for mathematics 2022 mathematics one more passing year 61.39%, but 2025 they were 48.73%. That is say one more than cry afi 2023, so omunya 62.23%. 2024 omunya 66.86%. Into 2024 mass womo ya de pa try say afibia ya 2022 2023 and even 2025. Integrated science womunya 57%, which is 2025, but 2022 they had 62.45%. 2023 66.82%. 2024 womo eba from kakra, but it was 58.77, still better than this year result. Ebai social studies 2022 omunya 71.51%. This year pass no year 55.82%. 2023 it was 76, it went up 0.76%. 2024 it was 71.53%. Internet say I feel no more papa. It was social studies. That is why people are saying a lot. My main copy people are saying say I will follow kola ne ba and social media mo to top phones ni ade man kola ne nti e ka hu bi mo wie suma nkwodai any ade uti results this year. What was your first impression before we come into the matters? Make a say people are bomb so more
me da say for akwenya modi amame enda no pay na me fanchia so ma weti fo na hwefo nyina na my first impression dear na enye asempapa eyare ho but na enye me nwanwa eyare ho sempa because course aba nkwan bebre na express wo ho nyama je say na eya asefem. It was so devastating. That's the word. But where I sit or where we sit no na enye nwa bebre sa.
Why would you say that? Memra GES boss or first, former GES director first, because he also said he wasn't surprised. But to share the previous years, 2022, 2023, free SHS was introduced during Nanado's government, and that was around the year 2016, 2017, downwards. Now, 2022 was within his government, 23, 24. And then 24. Onua was for if 24 and we were 25th. And partially if neho ena kakra ebera John Dramani Mahama. Why were you not surprised considering the results they had previous years?
So we say who sit down you say a friend BB a friend foundation. Some of our way years answer here way 2025 omanya good foundation. On first year and the second year pa de and ya there amount for two on board say said that you want na ho kire on ade wo school no esan say na sa red gold green ni ade na ye and I was obeka ya one mumre so na nuane nsem bebre ba ye ne na common de nkola no ye nyoma bebre nte ha nkola no bebre
because red gold green e ba ya check akra but
one became even more of a problem because at the end of the day, no, make I just go school almost about 2 weeks, and they came out.
Just 2 weeks.
This third year, yes, I was in the shock. Nyami back home. And me go school also.
A whole term, no, I go 2 weeks.
I was shocked. It was very surprising. Say, I do buy one become the of you see one coffee you school you be my coin net. Say now mobile school send but you see mama coin to mama coin. Oh, eti san your money na be hinti dua wa de kire no ho. Menim hyehyɛ a no money teacher for no wo ne friend saying term arrangements no ne ade no hankola ne bebree nti nkola na ntumi anya consistency a so mo trust na mo a teacher for the man no mudusua no omo nya sa support no mp ye ho apart from parents na mo de da mo beto phone na mo man adi o mechi akojo mo adi o mechi aye apart from no nti mo na mo friend here no want to me amoa wo bade a
you don't expect anything good.
You don't expect anything good. Oh, a determination one or the best force. So I be more no one who have a be a you know, I don't know me a habit teach you, I don't know me a habit teach you.
But why is it that I say Yatsna around that time no I will for young Kamwasem said no, this time I think green has been there, gold has been there, but this time around is worsening. And this can affect young Kola and young Kamwe. And our result we in Saka.
Minya, and yes, say young Kamwe. Na Mamindi can cast us and we say, I could be anywhere while born with Yasimha. I could be our butaye, our abilities, our talents. Na yeah, there was a creative system, any atmosphere. Any environment can be to a developer the intended purpose no. Into sa system
no. But social studies in the pa kolana to me and try to born womo.
Yebeba ho.
Born pa.
Be any baby a. Akode bia boy.
But social studies they would want to cry bet me a trobia ubet me a cow. Ubenya sis.
Akode bia boy ye. But your systems no. In a fairly young quadano. In a young asawo for so. You roll say you play and all the stakeholders involved. Young fem teacher for afa. Teacher for a children koradi. Omo competency level at the same. Omo ye qualified, fine. Yes, some ye professional teachers ye too. But are they competent in their various subjects? For a core subject like maths. Eto da Omutimi skip some of the topics no.
You are questioning the teachers who are teaching.
Because if you are okay with it,
teacher didn't know you are funny.
Skip sa topic no. One try. Into one try no. I'm going to go sa aspect no.
Baby say teacher no one try 2022, 2023, 2024. Into that teacher then afi no. Only man dey want to meet that college maths.
Only bibi. A gradual. A nkakra. Eye ni so say ebia this year omo ya ade last year omo anya ade ba nya sa netie ye hwe the whole thing in general ye hu say your systems ni fail from the basic school level at the senior high school level teacher competencies in etisan are teachers well trained, are they professionals in the various subjects omo handle their pedagogy no at the same kwamo fast to extra no.
Yeah, and then indicting GS. So
I'm not indicting.
They are not employing qualified teachers in the school.
Asem no as it is. Mama yanka no kre for once. Share ejuma ye ya kwa pro bebre. You having experience with the teachers ni ade bebre. But on quality level no. Eto da na ato sin kakra. Number one. Number two, akadi ombe hia. Edi achirade no. Eto da na eni ho. So resource ombe hia edi achirade. Textbooks, manuals. Obekono na ebi ni ho. Obede na wachire sa adikoro. Uye nu fi wa. Most of the schools in Ghana, one minute teacher omo particular subjects. Especially core subjects in Ghana. It will amaze you, say, as we speak now, most schools don't have core subject teachers. It be a whole semester. Teacher need be in your chest subject. Subject no. How do you expect the child to pass in that subject? And no. into sa deployment gaps na beda ona ema yenya sa quality teaching and learning no enkoso afei yehwe the class size sese ye wo because of free
SHS
any free policy no numbers no edoso class e say 35 say 60 he said no 70 wom 100 kra wom over science 1 etrema to 13 classes na baako for na be handle a
na ndie fa ho ben
obeye den na wetimi bi amake
ko university bi tetan tokuram wo mu gire windows mu so otworotwa
wo beye den na wa mark exercise ama feedback ina ade na o chene kwani padom sa no kra no anya bia no ekoye even the environment is quite defeated the whole system ebi kura nyankonya entina so na wa kira ade ama wate ase
na no wo ho dada wo because introduction of free SHS the problems yi na aba me
ina am say
good dormitory say to dey be omo de that me call dormitory bi na bank bed double na that 3 and sisi ho bebre enti ventilation cry ya poor enti yare tisim omo nyina because of free SHS
yes na make say I don't enya once eyen kakra hwe na ebobo basa na afedie ababedu ebeyedui intino some of these issues no wo a emma adeche na adesua enkoso yi e papa ka double track no eni most killer contact hours na omunya no they can make use of it omuntimi wie syllabus no ABSC 3 years na kwa 2.5 enu kura no say wenchu wo mtenye perfect sa into syllabus na nkasa omuntimi wie yentumi nchire no teacher here in Ghana can tell us say omuye syllabus na so actually so hwe it will say they are not adequately prepared to go and face the examination.
Social studies questions nibi what 5 useful lessons can an individual learn from Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs Maslow hierarchy of needs and theory for personal development? Discuss 5 ways by which expensive funerals retard the development of Ghanaian society. Just 5 ways. In what 5 ways has Western formal education transformed the social outlook of the Ghanaian? 4A. Identify any 4 shared Ghanaian values. B. In what 4 ways do common values contribute to national cohesion? Wait, JSS student grab me answer way for week. JSS student.
And yes, how? Unim bibi. One who say, make I say a gradual. Say no, why for? Osho mode of questions now, assistant.
Assistant abe.
Assistant kakra from
question beside
assistant. The way omo be some questions no assistant. A free straightforward question, straightforward answer no. A free ho.
Now where you straightforward? Social studies way straightforward. Discuss is straightforward. Me try be me call level. And I'm here 6 form. Question say yeah discuss 5 baku num. So and them thing.
Na
straightforward.
Way na no ebe come me first point no. Competency level.
Mama call competency.
Mama me end ho no. Nana ya, what who say? Who control exams are? E wo e strategic. E wo say ye kire how wa obe tackle questions no. A obetimi etwa. Eno so ka preparation ho.
Eno ntina na ye mock.
Mocks. Mock no how many is here to me ye? Mock nankasa no. How many to me ye man kwa no e prepare mo adequately a. Some of these issues no ebetimi aba metimi a kire nkora no akwakotro eni yentimi nchododo na because position na yama ehumesua bedu a yama yakase aye hu se aban na enso bibia aban se meye ni nyina me waso wontumi ni nyina na wa ma wofo no watwen yesi nchen Ye ya wo yemba na wo so obeboa ye no. We yes in chain. Ina obese so bibia. Na we ye ni.
Ho de me no ya adwene ho because ye betimi aboa.
Ye betimi aboa ye aboa so.
Ye nsoma awo so.
Yes. Ye beboa.
Ukofa so na asem ba ye de beba ho.
Because abe se mo ye yankwada. They abe se aba ye so. Enya aba no so mo wo. Omo ye ya wo fo ne so. Into ho hackers no ye ne afiri
how ni be so free mo ho. Ye beba ho.
It's true. Ye beba ho.
Your fan nipa no. Because what question the quality of teachers in schools. And as I kept asking, we had good results 2022, good results 2023, good results 2024. Same teachers teaching these same subjects. We had some of these problems apart from Eduane and worse. Green Gold happening around the same year, around that time, because once the introduction of free SHS, this Green Gold started because you're prepared to house all of them at the same time. So we had to find a way to teach all, for all to go to school. Now omubetimi area SSS, Ghana Education Service. Mo teachers teach. In fact, mo crop for PR by kwa or say stiff invigilation. Teachers this time. Or me a stiff pa. Enti yo ma your Peter yati right? Ewo Dr. Peter Pate. Ewo Zoom. Doctor Anape Maakye. Doctor Ultimate Maakye. Dr. Peter Pate Maakye. Oh, kafra. Fache me say me na me antum na me so me kasa say ya kafra. Fache me. Meba ho na ya to ankomo no so from there, but I need to ask from GES first. What is the process in your friends say employing a teacher? Secondary school should be university, right? Now primary, I or call teacher training.
It's a university. Primary is a university.
To a more college of education.
College of education.
University. You. And Tina, most of Sebia, sir, no more go schools.
Oh, there were courses. I said we are basic education. Oh yeah. On the basic education, your levels. More, friends saying. Lower primary, upper primary, and a JHS. The only basic. And she will teach for chess high levels. Right. And you know, almost school, no matter. In fact, yes, 50 times almost a year degree programs. Yes, son, you might be a teacher for no, as more extra school. And I can tell you, say, what competence needed are very high. Yes, say, yeah, quite nimuno. The quality of learning must change. It will only change if the teachers have the inputs that will enable them to do the things that they have to do.
But the parents is saying, say, quality, no, if you are mass, no crowd, or you to subjects, no teacher, no crowd, into
fine. And no, we have appreciated all of that and put that into the process. To say, for example, it's here, and definitely subjects need be point, topics need be I want to mention, and you will be will now for teacher for any idea. And here, a friend saying PLC programs be a whole schools no more teacher for in Shiana, dreams and Omuya, which is any Juma be a be a baby better, you know, anything, yeah, the fine. And you saw arrangements need a whole school, no, see a coso, and I'm going to say, a quay anymore, a bay. A bay year in terms say teacher for nya akade e ka ho o so mu ye adwuma ni ye na enu so eko complementing nie mofra ni hia a omde be ye adusua ni dia ene adehwe no e be ko ye na ya tete. Okay, so that's how it is. Now over secondary school so a almost was PLC sessions where we school mo degree no mostly nya ni na fi universities no ene ade e you know a hono. Honestly speaking, no quality no very high. Quality very high, but you can't pedagogy. It is so many things, and that one has to do with the teacher. The teacher's skill in pedagogy impacts near our classroom. You know, a hono style or the bachelor now acquire a bit of a problem. Yes, a teacher ni but on to mean. Communicate idea unimno and fancher and mofrano idea the way it goes. And you know, those are some of the challenges in here. There are PLC systems, no schools in Abia, or you improve on my pedagogy in the idea no to me okay, idea minimum but say na some children say na be o me yam kwala nti say na some yam say na nti so process no nyina wo ho but apart from our system no kasa no the critical challenge a war educational system no any input issues na a war system no.
What do you mean by input issues?
Input issues no what are teaching and learning resources that the teacher should have in the school, even in terms of teachers' own requirements. We call baby, I say tables in the classroom. We call baby, a friend is saying teacher knew you have to do a lot of improvisation to be able to get what he wants to really teach. Let's say be a reference
or draw computer, not just a draw to board.
Yeah, well, I know money now. So challenges no, and say it has improved here, but there was has challenges in it was school. Now the other one so any teacher welfare issues and also be more and teacher for on crime. In fact, you will believe say. Teacher for on a from January to December.
I remember that issue came up strongly, and
yes.
To solve that problem, Educhum came out to say they were giving them incentives around that time to help them cushion some of these things. Say, extra classes. Then they buy the car. If I buy them, GS never cast all boy, but a cow.
And for canon put to change because. Where nipa ho adwuma wo ye one jiwa homia a problem and you man $100 million cross on chira the whole year one because o ma chira de obi e che no na sika no nya ni nyina e o kon sa no ho yare and no koya na so bai
the obre kra wo
obre ni problem no teacher for no ka se sika no mu anya sika no pe o obre no and so go to na classroom January to December I'm problems our system. And you know,
I mean, teaching the same subjects, syllabus, no, no, green, no, such gold. They say they do maybe a fatigue them like us watch rabbit.
Good. Now, for also Okabi to say, and yet teacher for in school for all the subjects. Minimum school B and Mofano no some year Christian religious studies.
Teacher. Why?
Why dear?
GS eduman is all.
Mamcho.
And
teacher for no anyhow one. You get teacher for no and you could two 1, 2. Because of choice of location. Sometimes teachers and I feel during that period, no, maybe because then your papa. Because order na nke ye use edi assign teachers no sa order no sesem because teacher for no ti wa headmaster ti wa na brain teacher
yes politicians no dey omo every rem
thank you and you obi a na post no ye post nko baby meanwhile subject a teacher ni hia say so nya teacher no o yan fa application no nya fa no anko na de obi a o ho de da no
obi chere english na sa de english teacher ba kwa be ka ho.
And I'm teacher English teachers verse 5. Now say the go English teacher na ya say the abeka 6. Omu hu ni omu it's such challenge no so say ni omu bebre e ma schools no. And you know can say teacher for ni one no correct. And a challenge I so here. And I feel so increasingly no because teacher for ni to me nya woma kan de any motivation I so mo e di year adwuma no am for bebre and say am who say teacher for no bebre fi classroom am for bebre person mo quote-unquote
teaching field no
teaching field no and say can also create a problem e put system no under pressure and say no so but end of the other one no and the most popular thing am for kind textbooks. In fact, my dream catch me. Let's just say, third year, almost.
With the introduction of the new curriculum, I think it was 2019, right?
Not new curriculum. New curriculum over there. Factory change. Over the same curriculum and year.
And whole textbooks.
Some for your mature 2025 year. One with third year, and yes, I supply some books. I'm running for complaining. Year one, Baby third year. I feel say year more even basic. Textbooks I said normally.
Now, the question is textbooks no ye dia ye desua wi aye de kwa na.
There be textbooks near government school.
In 2024 for no more textbook.
2024 for now
2023 no more textbook
good mamika and no chair and we can use word the depreciation depreciation of the books and our numbers now we recruit into the school now but that we know beyond the textbook and you know that problems when you know and you know there should be literally a top up of every year over time each year over time and I feel before one period no cry na books no be cry in school no it's one munya and I the computer some be so be can well so yes one cause research one problems no ever ho it's no amwa mofra no it's enioma ya yehu sisi a we school mu ni failures ni problems ya we nyina no ni nyina ye what I call foundational problems from basic education level up to situations almost facing our secondary schools itself. Mean concern Palano Bibre na omu secondary school material.
Right.
Omu secondary school material in terms of the fact that so akola bia akola and sohwe no anya agege 54. Now catch me say would not to school be to say olam tema. Would not to school be to say olam. Now they na ako science class. Agege 54 say 46 no. Oh yeah no science class. Because I so be akobi. So be akobi. And you know challenges no from also from the beginning now. Yes, you shani and year no. Politics.
Mamenko Dr. Peter Pate and Dr. Maakye Bioma na pay. Yo, Doctor, minim your first impression when you what's the result 2025? Then. Doctor, nka also camera mami. Doctor, how to make come? Right. I'm at home.
Okay. My first impression. I think I may really, press release from my
yeah.
And the first thing that came to my mind is you're not going to send the airport last year, and I'm not surprised that's the same thing that is happening. So that's the first thing that came to my mind, that doing the same thing that we did last year, and true to my words, that is the same thing that we are doing.
As in, you mean we just talk and we don't act?
Exactly. And I was following the program. I heard you ask very important questions. Teachers, for example, here 2022, 2023, we are 70, 10%. Those are the same teachers that taught this case.
Yeah.
And then you also asked, I think somebody was talking about number track, and he said the number track has also been there. So you asked the very important questions. It means that we are not tackling the root cause of the problem. And we know they're happening. Because when it happens like this, we act like a doctor who as who goes to the hospital, enters the OPD, and when we say also we go on about the IISA, was also said, is they said doctor is trained to admit, attend to this consultation while diagnosing problem. That is what doctors do before they are able to deal with the challenges that confront them. But that is what we do in the education center. When results are released, what it does or what it presents as is the average, the national average.
Yeah.
The addition, the aggregation of individual school performances. If you look at the national average, that's 7%. So I now can say, it's because teachers are not teaching well. It's because of double track.
You are making a mistake.
Into the system. You have to go to the individual schools because it is the performance at the individual schools that come on the national. Performance at the individual
Those that were performing well, they dropped, and those who were not performing well, they didn't perform at all. And that is why I need number 4. As people are here, let's say a best solution to this problem. What we need to advocate is what did the ministry, what did the Ghana Education Service
not do?
When they studied the individual school reports last year, and what interventions did they put in place to ensure that schools are not performing? Performance are possible. But as usual, and then we are saying it's because of A, B, C, D. At the end of the day, it's me and taxing the GDS and as a Ghana education and as a ministry of education to implement specific policies are a bit touchy based on the problem. And then the next year we'll come back and say the same thing.
In fact, Doctor, I don't know whether you would agree with me, sir, because of politicking, it's the reason why you can't not the basic now from the young cohort, because down on here both say oh free SHS pay go degree the way I could they are passing and they yes and I okay so about best science see I also you a good degree what to be there cohabitation is a cohort dear ben you and now go for her yeah by Timomo boy my bon to the man could they bomb. I mean those are the issues at the moment here discussing. So a PRO will come and say there's stiffer supervision. That is why the kids failed.
Exactly, I agree with you, and that excuse you probably they are having because let's say I'm performing and then you see, some of these things are not scientifically based. You can't be saying some of these things. So it is a strict supervision.
Yeah.
And for me, I think because of the politics meeting, and yesterday I did another article charging the PTAs to take charge. Because we know that ministry in GS almost will take any step to ensure that performance being increased next year. So we are now calling on the PTAs in the individual schools to call for urgent PTA meeting with all stakeholders within the school, at the school level, so that every school will present analysis of their results.
And why the failure came, yeah.
Then within the school, they will be able to diagnose what went wrong this year, and then they will collectively plan on how they will prevent this, so that they don't have that experience in 2026. And as I'm talking, we know that some registration process also May, June, as we have announced, we are writing what can the PTA within the context of the individual schools to ensure that certain interventions are quickly put in place for the school, so that when they move into write exams in May, June, they hear the same way. At the end of the day, if the result doesn't go well, I open here, bro, and yeah, I'm planning. My mind there, I want to reach out my way. But here, because SSC, and I say, what's here a very important exam. A plan and pass and life won't come.
Employ.
And we need as parents, we need to take very big interest in this and ensure that what has happened this year never happens in 2020.
I'll come to you. Now, yeah, diagnosis, because we are doing diagnosis here, and then we'll prefer solutions. Yeah, the solutions. Shireen, so Zuma, yeah, introduce you also now ordinary impression. To me at their brain with this particular issue I go okay yeah for na ye mako school na me back kwatro no we feli na o catch them nyame sasam na de me bam tim bia na madwa say supervision ti that shouldn't be a conversation and it's a bem cry
and you correct
o kasa sa na madwa cry too much because first supervision ya ma question say effect of funeral on was supervision. Unim Nashirin Akwaba. I asked the same question. Nipa me said no. your first impression when results, what's the results about Bontin? And Kikawe, who you teacher ni, what's ready? And now what was your impression considering where you stand?
My first impression about the 2025 was results very, very simple. So most of the stakeholders in the education system are failing in Quran in this year 2025. They are failing in Quran in the sense in the Islam it was Sakara tried and that's what we hear. The major ingredients for making the student to pass, did you provide and not feel provided? In Quran and teachers service in Quran, they are doing good to play in this particular abysmal performance. But the fact of the matter is that in Quran in the senior high schools, are between the ages of 30 to maximum 18. Across maybe 20 years. Until these are children and are teenagers that will be the guidance. So from first year out to 10 years, what guidance did we give them? What education policies were put forward that ensures a creating a conducive atmosphere for the student to be able to pass? Because yes, for the meantime, let's put the student's attitude and behaviors aside for some reasons. Now you're interested managers of our education system, be it the Ghana Education Service, the Ministry of Education, the teachers and the parents. There's 4 major stakeholders. If I need a teacher union from the company, there's 5 major stakeholders. Did they do their work well or not?
Well, PTA is accusing teachers as in fact, me rep what I say. A teacher for only be a square in round holes. Ebia bon. So say your man subject no the no betimi a kire no kire. And so the aka nyina no so kire na akola na ekotworo so he so wonim ti won kire no otutum. I just
In few cases now, we are non-professional teachers in the education field. They can say non-professional, it means that all are co-investing.
In education, yeah.
PGD, diploma in education, equivalent. But the fact is that education system, that is a senior high school, employed teacher. Now our sign will say, who better maths, who better English, who better social. There should be a supervision mechanism here, which I said, I didn't know which for let's say 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Are you delivering or not? It is a headmaster and a head teacher, a mere assistant, a teacher or a teacher in the classroom is delivering. Now, now check around here for 3 years. That's to be a failure. I will blame the teacher entirely. I will blame the superior authority now and can say, or your supervisor will now 1 year. You see,
I GS because GS in pending for directors Libya. What district no obi or kwatena office once a month. Kwakura no follow up na so ko hema teacher. E ba me ko school because Eastern Region school bi. Assembly CM and kola bi wuye. Director no kra ba na say onim say school no situation say de no no. The nature of the school on see what da. And so no na e panimu a.
This particular person has been business being a director. You see, if you go to every district or municipal education director, you will secure supervisors. Sometimes it's not only about academic work. They will work on the school environment, the school setup, where they say the various teaching learning materials that are available. Teachers delivering according to the stated or required syllabus. Into the fact is that everybody, it will be an say, you don't need any superior authority say over also. Now I check you say the tendency or the likelihood for you to mess up in your work is very, very high. Like I said, blaming teachers entirely is not the solution to this problem. Like I said, you have a lot of stakeholders. So for example, the Ministry of Education and its allied agency, Ghana Education service. I have investigated enough to see various teaching learning materials now. I will say called the various schools now to the child are they available now? Education infrastructure, service and other things are the school need money who says our school and what this particular teaching learning materials or what this infrastructure to be able to give one is it there? Because if you put and if I put you in the studios of Onua, now in that studio there is no microphone, there is no console, you have no way to even use the telephones to call us, to really come on the internet and for us to have a discussion. You can be the best journalist in that particular studio.
Do you remember Tosi?
I disagree with anybody who says the teachers are square pegs in round holes. Yes, make a teacher for your angels. By all means, the teachers in the classroom, you have some people delivering to the maximum. Practically, almost all the schools are resource about and yet the aggregate of all the schools
yeah. Yeah.
If you go to specific schools, you will say some specific schools only are here. Probably the only are last year 90%, but this year they have come down to let's say 89 and 85. Can say I touch dropped. Of course, most of the schools I can say grade C schools, grade D and secondary schools now. Ask yourself, say, I'm buying through the GES, over the schools in one, and I focus only on the so-called advanced schools. Schools are on the moment we say we are giving the students equal access, regardless of where you are attending school, you ever say you get the best teachers, you get teaching many materials, you be at least at par with those in the schools. You come back and have this discussion every day. So you pretend to say you have schools, but in actual sense, we are not taking the right equipment, the right TLM to the schools now. We will come back every time to have this discussion.
Na Shirin, yeah, as I say problem no. Yeah, diagnosis wa high CCA. As a teacher, what are some more challenges, more difficulties? Our secondary schools ni mo. I.e. the introduction of free SHS. Any results I hold on money no. More challenges pa our schools ni mo. When you speak to some of your colleagues near there, what are some of your issues you think say solve mama? Social studies don't do what drink kekura we teach and what they do what drink kura try you know ubetimi atwura pass man na
the challenges in the various schools and also I will try my best to chronicle a lot of them. First of all, by 2018 free SHS being brought by the former president most of us said a very good policy. But I'll repeat here and again, said the policy was not well thought through. Yes, free SHS, Emma, a lot of people access to enter senior high schools.
Yeah.
Essential access to a lot of people and service anchor, Sika 70, on to find the bank of grade in school which we call it. Into work in schools like Achimota, Preserve, Infantile, and the likes. I already accepted over the private
family school. Me call for that. No, we need to make sure.
Collaborate with the schools and increase infrastructure. We are building more classrooms. Say, you also employ more teachers to ensure that we 100 at least you check with 50. The more teachers you have employed, we will also have a carry some of the burden. But that was done, but it was not done so well. Because after double track system, you are employ more teachers. Aside from the fact that the numbers increase, double track system, I was in your studio yesterday, and I'll repeat it here. Anybody can disagree with me with facts. Say, double track system, as you acquire in the cover system, it is also a contributory factor. There was nowhere apart from one vacation. Say, at least 2 months, maximum, and 1.5 months. But as I speak to you now, because of the double track system, according to the school, for 2.5 months. Now I come to the 3 months. I told you yesterday, sir, I could be a who's here. So when you have the continuity, not to the future, that's around only access to maybe the parent I want to use to speak. Now, classes are the moment the child comes back to the school, if you are a good teacher and you assess the child within the first week, say, your child will be here, you must go back. When you back home, the academic calendar will not wait for you.
No.
What happens is that most teachers are not able to complete the syllabus. If they don't finish the syllabus, as for WAEC is an independent body. WAEC can share the syllabus in its entirety to send the persons.
Yeah.
When we are around ever lacking, the other major problem is a double track system. Apart from the fact that you are a teacher, now maybe a single code and a single track. So a single track here, so in practical fear, you will go and rest with them. But in most cases, because of the lack of teachers in most of these senior high schools, most teachers are on all the tracks. 77, go track a go fee. Not green track a bar or something to do. As we speak now, I have a core system. 77, 4 months go fee. As I speak to you now, 4 months are home. We went home in October. The 4 months will report to school in January. In the technically about 3 months.
Na teacher, maybe na she ye wo teacher o kire form one or no o kire form one we o ntiro bia bi mana. Enti ko hat no so problem o ho but e bia enti say free green and gold but no so it's also a challenge that we need to see a free ho. Say no so ye hwe ye free ho. To aso. Yeah. Yeah.
But the fact is that most of the schools are on enrollment units, and their facilities are not enough to contain all the students.
You have to cohort.
Some of them are operating the cohort system. The teacher is not a machine. The teacher is not a machine who can operate all year round. So if you belong to all the cohort, it means that apart from Christmas time here, around 18 from January to December.
Watch that there, sir. Maybe international, no, your mount incentive said general factor idea still ma okay, right?
There is no incentive like that. Because sometimes the PTAs and the previous
that I didn't ask you that question. I didn't ask whether there was an incentive or not. My question is, even if they gave you an incentive, because I don't want to be. I'm not a teacher. I don't know whether you are still teaching IB incentive or Sankebi and IBBSA. I'm only asking, even if you get the incentive, it still will not negate the fact that Juma January to December.
Yes.
And these challenges could still be there. My main Dr. Hombisa and also challenge because I didn't actually ask him what he in his mind he thinks was the reasons why, because I don't seem to understand. 2022 it was okay. 2023 was a bit okay, 2024 it was okay, and then 2025 this average, because 2022, 2023, 2024 all were averages, but they were better off than what we experienced this year. Dr. Peter. Na me bisa ye nyina ye diagnosis wa ma nya kwa bisa in your view what caused this?
Because, of course, people want to use their perception and assume, say, performance now, I don't do that. I think, say, for me, unless I'm able to really do what we are supposed to do scientifically, I will not ascribe the performance to anything. Because as I indicated earlier on, some of the schools really perform well, and
Nashirin, yeah.
Yes, there are about 20 schools I've done analysis of student performance from 2017 to 2023. There are about 20 schools are always
their performance has been, the school performance pass rates have been between 80 and 90%.
Is it the A schools? A schools, nah.
Yeah, you might want to call them category A schools.
And then there are some schools for the past, and I think I'll publish this article also, for the past 6 years, their performance have
not exceeded 20%.
Hey.
Inti, when you have a performance like this, what it tells you is that those schools that are performing well, no, they dropped. And those that were not performing well, no, and that is why I think we need to hasten slowly. Yeah, we will have our own perceptions about why students don't perform. You go to the literature, you read people's research work, it gives you an indication about why people don't perform well. But if you want to solve the problem, you have to deal with it at the individual school level. And that is the work of the Ministry of Education and Ghana Education Service, alongside the school authorities and other relevant stakeholders. We need to diagnose well so that we don't assume say nipa no oba hospital no because what one when you meanwhile when you diagnose him you will see say and that is why when I'm doing some of these discussions I don't want to be in a haste to say it is A, B or C, because when this happened discussing yesterday I was trying to look at various news reports. There are about 10 different people who have said different things. So how do you deal with the problem when everybody thinks that it is A, it is B, it is C?
But with your research you did, I want to categorize the 20 schools to be top notch and that they are always on top there. In the research, what do you think was the reason why, and is the reason why they are always there at the top? And I know why.
So if you want to discuss what is past, I mean, but I thought we are dealing with the current situation and trying to diagnose it, and that's what I don't want to.
Maybe the past can even give us a solution to the baby.
The past will give you an information, but will not be exactly the same as what is currently happening.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the point I want to make. I don't want to be quoted on the media saying that I said the results is bad because of A, B, C, D. I don't do that. And that's why I'm very careful not to say A, B, C, D, because that is, even to me, professionally, that is not right.
I have gone past that. I'm only asking the research you did.
Yeah. So you see, some of these schools take supervision very seriously. You see, some of these schools, they take monitoring and supervision very seriously. You will see the contributing factor of parents. I mean, the old student group and the parents association. You see their hands in the students' performance. You see clearly they have a very, very strong leadership, school leadership. I mean, the leadership in the school is very, very, very strong. Then you will see they don't lack some of these resources that we talk about, resource A, B, C, D. So these are some of the reasons why some of the schools in the past has performed well. What happened this year, I have not delved into it. I cannot say it is A or B. What I can say is that whatever happened last year, we were not able to diagnose it, and therefore it is going down further. So if you study the trend of the results for the past 4 years now, that is what if you study the trend of the results for the past 4 years, you will see, it's still going down. So maybe 50, then it's going to 40, 60, then it's going to 50. And that tells you, we were not able to really take hold of what happened last year and then identify the individual drivers, so that we will try and step in and mitigate the losses and slip it further down. And that is why this year we don't need to make that mistake again by saying, Nkwalane performing because of A, B, C, D, Nkwalane performing because of B, C, D. We need to be very intentional and then get to the school level.
I'll come back to you to ask who should spearhead this. Mamem Raji, and in fact, do you have an effective GES?
That's a very complicated. Effective GES is yes and no. Yes and no, because again, GES Nankasang is subject to resource input to make their work effective. And because of the lack of inadequate resources to do their work efficiently, and I'm a bit ineffective.
GES name or
resource problem, and to me, man, act in most cases as effectively as it has on paper. And you know there. But yes
with what doctor is saying, do you think that some of these schools now school now or average 20%? School is why
And I make an say for the I mean, if Peter will be very, I will not use the bold to say it, and he can say it because the clear part is that all of this is a problem of bad planning, and for that matter, we have all of these emergencies because
by the politicians, I'm sure.
By the politicians and affecting the public servants, and then has affected the school into the trickle down consequences of the challenges that we have existed. And I'm say baby away. Nobody, everybody's insinuating around it. Say, hey, Mkolano, double track no, uncle ye. Because period no. And your man to toss to send here 2003, no, say 4, say whatever it is, no, a coy. Oh, and that things no, over share send here, or more a mirror, deal with fear, and the way we try to make up for the period.
But even with the introduction of this SS, no, quality of students, Nankasano. Good. And no free SHS.
Good. And no problem. And no one other significant factor. Quality of the students. And I'm kind say many minister could share baby no say and think Galano cut off from from brand. I'm saying cut off point are very important because of the quality of things that are happening at the senior high school. No, you need a certain quality of children to pursue that course. Then when I say Obia wa born here for technical, there be. But Obia or on to me academically. No.
Do you think we should segregate some of the school and say maybe aggregate 1 to 20 or 25, 26? These kind of schools, they say they are okay technically. We muna or more ebeko. More below that, mobile secondary school there, but there was school. This is STEM. Education started introduced no. More mobile STEM there no. And now more 1 to 5 more cost STEM. Now we must have. Should we be thinking about that?
If you start thinking about that, there now not just a schools no, in terms of what they can offer.
Yes.
And infrastructure, quality of teachers, and so I can say okay. I mean you prempe. I say obi fee BC ako prempe bia. You should not get more than or less than aggregate 11. And when you aggregate 11, of course, courses no. For science, you should get aggregate 11. For arts, you should get aggregate 12. Vocational, you should get about 20. Visual arts, which means 20. Now, the other agree, which means 18. Yeah, yes, I cut off from near they cut down. And now we share school qualification. And when you want to mean and you would go macra uncle because school no standard and no.
But no now less schools no so.
And I mean can no crap who less schools no. Unya obeko the nim senya bebre ne benya. And you wo share more facilities or more no. Now what to me determine what goes into those schools. Because schools na can to me inform you now. Obi you never say 10,000 and you choose be to say Wesley girls. 10,000 ni. O me nyina anya kwan Wesley girls. Wesley girls fine. I'm dancing and I am almost 2,000 near say 3,000 whatever. See and I'm say pre-sec from 6,000. I mean I'm
yes,
almost crowd because the school is not cut up for 6,000. Oh, the school is cut up for at least a maximum of 3,000 crowd also. But and also I am coming higher crown. Oh, but a friend saying, we are signing my way now. Oh, Buama, the Senior apart from a candian now, they become one Mufrano near the end. Because for the period of that,
do you think that politics say GS a Jumano?
Oh, policies there say GS a Jumano Bebre. Policies say GS a Jumani Bebre. I mean, and Anna make a higher crown, a chair bedding come on. Etino, and here say, your temper. Kakra because GS is very professional and specialized job. I mean, you are dealing with professionals, educators. It's not everybody who is an educator. And would some support system be any negotiation be young at the end of the day we deal with parents, difficult parents, more set mind.
Yeah.
And conditions just happen. You come into confrontation with, a parent with a set mind and the conditions that you have, which you have to help him or her to understand.
How would we help GES to improve on a juma more ya a bit dear time. We resources because Ghana cannot obia want to mean to.
Good. They can be teacher for be nan saying Peter and Swaka supervision year one. Right? Now me kind if Sabai meti teacher for no. Okay, teacher for here way here fine. Obe train the yam what provided. At least you have essentially basic. Now the kind KPI. Now the KPI working. And you see assess so every time that's all KPI no match it. Say no well and work KPI. I'm calling it textbooks. Want to me my work a crowd mamunye. Work hard.
Now some say a college of education no more lesson notes I know was like a KPI.
Lesson notes
as teachers.
Lesson notes no
inspect market.
Lesson notes no we are down see you will be scripted notes. You to me no baby cry near the amount. Now I teacher and yet teacher need a chance so and call met you on from this step to this step. And most of the cases no process no kakra. You know, which and also I want a quote unquote small advantages, but na enya papa and maubia. And teacher ni be or uses or didn't the kuma to scripted lessons or nya the papa because to me because we are dealing with a certain group of children. And so when you scripted lesson, how do you match that with the kind of children you are teaching? Today I said one cause I will drink now we share me na kola we are there scripted lesson in me share me down sa na pay me to me at the actual friend scripted lesson I know mo
is discipline affecting your
discipline is also it and I want to come here and she said discipline must I mean you can't say teacher for you will be dismissed if we provide everything and you don't work according to the standard that I expect to say some year there and you be because want to mean can say Nancy teacher absenteeism salary woman school metro there busumi bia ye tua oka ya catch them say ya evaluation kra wo mo salaries no ho amanfo ntumi nya bi ye na wanya wo pay wo fi so wani age wanya wo pay wo ko da bi ye be yodi wo school dia ye be yodi ono enti because wo chere mo fra na dia wo ade say wo ye no wonye enti no that is one of a thing I say we should put more discipline into the way we manage teachers, we manage the schools and ensure say bibia ko fine. The next group of people who have to manage are parents. Parents' expectations. So I see a temper in the down, kakra. No to me reason. Oh no, now say this. Yes, you do about PTA nearby. Maybe PTA no me my dream pa there. You benya PTA. Near sign your PA. PA no. Ebe parents no kwa omu to be share with school omu nya wo made baby no baby ko but so man e school mo they have a right to enter and so omu so me meeting wo ha omu betumi aye wo ho they will discuss school no and we and to boa omu ankasa be ye and PTA dey ye ko kasikasem ye ko kam mo fra no mo ho asem nko no money matter at the PTA and to wo kwa me ba no say no ye ni say then they hear no omu here say okay mosquito net ni so tan your money na ka sika pa say sika say say we tua 20 Ghana cedi enye na be discuss o PTA PF one discuss asem no eno no ye omo amasem sika omunya omunya takua no mo fa mbeboa school no mo nye enu na be boa say de be I na say freedom of association enti the PTA ni PA no bomu na amanfo bi ye o ma ya na boa na ya
me da say PTA mo na say as a politics I am the nwanwa as a mo parents no politics I am the nwanwa pa o
I totally disagree.
So then
e what dey wo kan about say PTA ni PA no dey januma yen because yen
na wo the teacher for be kan eye PA no ho a na sikasem ba nkomo no mu a teacher for na sika no ko ma dwene mu a de here so mo ye ne fa mo ho
menua ade ne say ye ka se PTA ye were regulators of the association NANCPTs the National Council na teacher for component na wo mu no wom so mo ma yen feedback any administrative support Sikasem inform ho. This has been before free ne buy any day. Na no have a second sikajije because na sika no na ye dues no e can fees ho. And they free ne buy and ye yini na free. Ye ni minister no tina ase yini na free mu teacher form sikasem inform ho. Inti so kan sa
it must start that
ya da teacher form sikasem inform abuwa no. Inti PTS must stand as an autonomous entity regulated by the National Council. No, I am cooperating all of us together.
As a politics, so you mukra.
Politics, Mama Yebaho. As NCPT, and your politics da. Hey, yes,
such as by you Musin Chay,
yeah, politics da. Mammy, yet to one a more be brave, Mamma can't cook woman some way. Inka ya be behavior say inka de besi de besi o mungamu yen just say yenye kom yenye din ya all our inputs ready say be idea about faith be dey mefa because as an organization as association Pretertiary actor govern institutions in Ghana PTS yenka ho incident na wa say ye de ye dinu for ne ho for PTS inti ye no ye ndi o mase inti ye de ye ho enu nti no GES must stand as a service provider inti that make us say ye no ye nya man yourself
one amenyo kakra bem one doctor me ba one doctor ya adwene say mu nyina Nanka individual schools no you assess the schools with this results
exactly
and find the way forward.
I want nanka ye ba no as diagnosis say e be hwe kwa e be fa so a e be solve issue na de na ye kan ina no e ye prevailing conditions e wo ho ye nka say de sumbu obo obi but ye hwe prevailing conditions ama ye be do e be ye dui but to tackle this issue the na look tackle no your national president and run your office ye bibia ready say e be tackle issue school by school. Yeah, we share all pictures because we free meeting. Parents imbra, opinion in the sembra, ahimfo mbra, community the sobombra, na teachers son tenase, management tenase. What is the issue? Then na call your school ha. Na yam didn't me embem because you won't say ye je be a politician now on boyen. Into we must take it as it is. As I would say that I was
assembly court.
Oh, that's a court.
NCPTA wants some court.
Oh, now that you see in court as someone.
There be na make assembly court. There be one can court na sembia because me na be a betumi aka sembia e be cover court na sem aba. But me pese the basis of the litigation you know and some aspects be and all titi hu kaka me pese make because the secondary schools are managed by the Ghana Education Service. We recognize parents-teacher associations in schools.
But now you will not allow them to manage the schools.
They cannot and should not manage the schools.
You think that is where they are going?
And that is where some people
want to take it.
Me that's it. And then wait, you be die. Because you say okay PTA. Mami chef last one. We kasa.
Last
one na make.
What we can do a bit in your result.
Okay PTA fine. But NCPT assembly men farm.
Debbie, na me can somebody when you chemu.
And parents boy.
And I'm person would be bam because me person NCPT asem no.
Mami copy ta.
Mami copy ho. Mesro.
Gloria, mami copy ta ho.
Mami. Mami we me dey. Inti me ka say no yen as PTS. NCPT ye regulator no. E be make sure say ye be go into the issue. Na ye in school specific. All our executive the various levels na share wo for management any omo ya ahemfo ni ade no come omo brought together na yen hwe school performance no yen be 4 years down the lane and 5 years yen analysis no school by school
na yen solution
to
Doctor,
it. That's what you want to do.
1 minute to give us your wrap up. Me time aso.
That's all.
Right.
Every stakeholder
Right.
to be strong and contribute to
Yeah.
you know. And Nemeka lastly is GES at the district level needs to be resourced and re-energized because Omubit play very crucial role. At this time, no, what I'm expecting is everybody that is important in this discussion, starting from the ministry, which gives the policy direction, the GS, we down to should.
Dr. Ola pneumonia kra. Mente wonka. Answer sa ko de ebonyu mom.
Responsibility.
It's unfortunate. Mami Kona Shireen Hall. I think doctor's line is terrible. That Shireen, what do you mean?
We know the causes of this problem. There was say brought together as stakeholders, finding solutions to the problem. Now, make us say this problem no multifaceted. Maybe a free ban to be for blaming only one stakeholder. Right. I know the GES will do its part. The ministry, Madam Irene Sam, so or say the PTA too will do their part. But I say they will all come together collaboratively because nobody becomes happy. Say cultural exams. Now say this massive failure. That for the past 9 to 7 years, it is a problem. So I believe, sir, going forward, the consultation and the research to be able to find out the causes of these problems. We know some of them. Young documenting. Now you're making a conscious effort with a lot of resources. Say these issues will not come again. But I will say one thing. So they say next year, say you and solve problem we are. I dare say that next year, 2026, what's the near that is May, June. I ever try no international one because previously COVID-19 by you try was only for Ghanaian students. Now you politics and chain and a banter between PTA between this and chain. Now you put your shoulders to the wheeler. We may experience the most terrible results in 2026. In Nairobi,
Meda sepa ne ye wadwen che me fa
new curriculum nakafo ema yekobo last year running no yen fi yedi mu kakra ne yen hwem kakra the way I was say omo ye no enkosa inti yemo ye ni nko kakra
new curriculum no the curriculum itself is not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, but the implementation no execution no problem wo ho. The way as some of the schools no handle no that's what the way it's supposed to be. Yes,
and it said the so mo ye no mo ye ni sa e ba ko le say school be no
o me body
oh Miss we dey obi aka nye yo mu tu ka boba kuma me kukuduro na ka school we
okay me church me school be we win ba omo de nneoma ni na ato computer go say amount laptops administration the year before omo the link to link so engineer materials na kasa inkura nkola no
laptops
microsite tablets no
tablets so link aka ho
yes
engineer say mo fra na ko download no mo tumi anya information no e mo kasa
tablet so
yes whatever tablet or hard copy and school be there University School, for example, omo ehia awofo and omo aka tell say ye be boa mo and mama ya ye we no nyina na ya print
Namato.
And no more schools be so there. I want for free messages in the didium
GES any nakafo omunhwe hoye because yes sir the intended purpose you achieve
medase
ye besan betan kan ho asem
medase papa the Irene Sam or a PR National Council of Parent Teachers Association. Yet Dr. Peter Pate Anti or Executive Director Institute for Education